Hello, welcome back, guys. We are here for the third and final series of the night at LCK Challenger League. It is myself, Valdez, with Walp.
That's me. I'm Walp, or Wolp, or Wolf, if that's what you prefer. If you're weird like that. Wolf. I like to call me by my real name.
Yeah.
I am a commentator. He is a caster.
Yeah.
These are our defined rules. We still
caster.
have not yet solved this, but I think they cut the top off of a ward, and
Yes.
and that's what it is. But
They extended the tails.
I've put a request out to find out what it really means, and maybe we'll get back to you guys. With
Yeah,
really
you are the
together.
commentator, so you're making comments on everything.
Yeah.
What do you think about our font? You think it's cool?
That's cool. It's solid. It's
Nice.
the LCK font, you know, standard.
When is the last time you challenged to the top?
Probably back when I was a Osu player, top five in the world. I always
Okay.
like to, you know, it's one of my like party trivias where I'm like, yeah, I was once top five at Os,
Yeah.
that rhythm game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually, look me up. All right, so here are our standings.
Look me up on MySpace.
It has been a pretty straightforward night so far. I guess minus that second draft with Gen.G and Kwangdong Freaks. But now we get the rematch between D+ Kia and Liv Sandbox. Liv Sandbox brought D+ to 3 games last time in a surprising upset game win. We'll see if D+ can win again tonight, but this time perhaps with a 2-0 to do the first ever 6-gamer on Monday.
The first ever. We might get it. And then if they have 6 games tomorrow, it's going to be hilarious.
Can D+ Kia make history tonight?
That really is the question. That's the only thing that matters here. Clearly. And they are going to be playing up against Liv Sandbox.
Yeah?
Definitely DK are the big favorites here, but Liv Sandbox, you know?
Let's wait and see who's on the roster for D+ tonight. Because Saint, he had a hard time last week.
They might give him another chance.
They might give him another chance, and I think it would be warranted. So, you know, even if he's on the roster, it could still be a 2-0, right? Like he could perform better, but that seemed to be the, let's say, opposite of an X factor. Seemed to be a weak link, let's say, for them last week, unfortunately.
They're having a great time. Liv Sandbox, a very young roster.
Yes.
But they have some of the best names in the entire league.
Yeah. Dahyuk, great. Guti, very good name. Diablo. Okay, Plan B.
Plan B.
Vincenzo.
Vincenzo, yeah. Doesn't get much better than that.
I'd say for those Dongmu waiters, might be a chance to see her in summer season. Let's keep waiting a little bit longer. As it will be Pool Bay starting today, so no substitutions, at least in this first game.
They do have a 69% win rate on blue side, which is quite nice.
Yeah, pretty sick.
And these guys are very strong when they're playing their main roster. Lucid did win the player of round 1, the MVP.
9 out of 10 games, of which they got first blood, they won. 90%.
Wow.
Yeah. That's not their Facebook win rate, Twitch chat. That's their first blood win rate.
It's not their fallback win rate.
Nope.
Like when the first plan doesn't work, they go to plan B. Nope. They fall back. Pool Bay and Lucid there on the right,
Yeah.
as you can clearly tell.
Picturesque drawing.
Yeah. Very nice.
Okay, Dahyuk versus Thanatos. Dahyuk, a player who got a lot of fame because of his appearance in some exhibition tournaments before he joined up with this roster, versus Thanatos, and people have been asking when he's going to come up and play in the LCK. I think you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but maybe he gets picked up next year. I mean, the guy is extremely talented.
Yep.
The point picks, as you can see here, he has 2 clear favorites, the Gnar and the Renekton, but the Jace, a close third there.
Yep. Jace very strong. Lots of wins for this squad, much like KT. They were the big favorites here in Challengers until KT came along and crushed their dreams. Now DK could overtake them with a 2-0 victory, which is where they were before today started. And, you know, especially with this roster, that should be the expected result. But you never know. Like, we have had crazy things even today in Challengers with some of the drafts that are winning. Does not matter.
Doesn't always matter what you pick. It's how you play the game. That's what my mother always said. You know?
That's true.
You want to, run a marathon in your sandals? If you do it right.
How do you do it right? What? Maybe you should tape your foot to them.
Look, I'm not going into the intricacies of running a marathon in sandals. You guys can see my personal
Not a lot of
stream for
support.
that. Well, you guys can see my personal stream for that one.
You know, there are...
Not telling all my secrets here.
There are people who run marathons with no shoes. You know about that?
Yes. I don't know what it's called.
Why do you think they do that?
As a challenge.
Challenge to the top. It all comes back to
It
Challengers.
all comes back to Challengers.
It all comes back, guys. Never forget.
The Challengers logo is what your foot looks like after you run a marathon with no shoes.
Oh, no. What is this band here? What are we doing?
Okay,
There you
it's
go.
Ezreal. Interesting. Instead of the Karma.
Karma shawarma, okay?
Sounds
I love
delicious.
shawarma, yeah. It's so good.
Okay. It's going to be that Sejuani first pick that we've seen a lot in the LCK on blue side. Or, because Maokai is open, a much stronger pick. I didn't realize actually he had gone through. This will, of course, force the Sejuani here for Lucid.
All right, so Liv Sandbox win the draft of Game 1.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
We don't have to. We already
Varus?
saw that they picked Maokai.
Varus is available for D plus Kia here. Annie also strong.
Also,
Varus,
Jin is available.
Varus, Jin, a very strong lane they could play here. I don't think they'll pick both of them right now.
Hey.
Jin Maokai is the real combo, but we're not going to be seeing that. As Jace actually gets picked up here for Thanatos. Usually not allowed to play it. He's only played it 3 times this season. Or they'll prioritize it even over jungle here because they still have that 3rd slot. Okay, this is
Tsunami.
risky business.
Yeah. It's okay. They still got Maokai, so they still won the draft. Also, Varus is banned.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god.
Yes, thanks
Time to wake up, Wolf.
Tex Tour 91.
Actually, I think this Jin pick is
Jin Karma.
really weird.
Jin Annie. Okay.
Let's see what jungle pick
I
they
like
have,
it.
because if you play around top side, you can, like, if you bait out, I don't know, a Gnar, I mean, it's hard to bait it out. You've already picked the Jace here, but if you could maybe play around top side and just sit on your Jin Annie bottom, you could feel okay. I think it was still flex pick this Annie. See what they do with it, but not feeling great about this draft so far here without the Varus potential. Like, what else would you lane with Jin if you're not going to play the Annie? So a lot of questions I have. Is the Sejuani that was the tier list jungle with this comp is automatically removed? Very good with Jin and Annie too.
Mid Annie, support Jin, top Jace. No, it's jungle Jace. You got it wrong.
Oh, oops.
Oops. Scion ban. We saw what
are
Tinks can
they
do to Annie.
gonna play here? Because Gnar does not feel safe when you don't know what the jungle pick is going to be. Love this Lucid Lee Sin ban.
Is it all about draft and a vacuum,
Something is
or
gonna
does
get-
skill diff make it fine?
You have to reveal your strat now, D+. What's the strat? What jungle are you playing? You have to lock in jungle here, otherwise this draft becomes very obvious.
What is Lucid gonna play here? No Sejuani.
I think an aggressive jungle pick. Poppy.
Bopi.
Okay. This is a strong jungle into this comp. See what Liv Sandbox want to bring, because Renekton's still available. The Renekton Azir would have been the easy option for this comp, but obviously the Azir is banned. So
the good old blind Tristana mid.
yeah, and then they just put Annie bot and have a fun time. Not a huge fan of this, but they're gonna do it.
There it is.
Okay,
This is Guti going off the rails.
and they're gonna keep the Annie mid
Wow.
as well.
And Jin is support. In fact,
All right, so
Rahel and Loopy.
Jin Draven, we've seen Jin Kalista, we've seen a lot of weird stuff in the bottom lane over the course of this year, but Jin support for this pushing lane on the bottom side, it's going to be about, honestly, Aqua Prisons a lot of this lane, because if you hit good Aqua Prisons, you can win this lane, actually. If you do not, you're going to have a little bit of trouble, but you should still have some mid-prio.
Aqua Prison is the bubble, by the way.
Yes.
You may have worked that out.
Yes. I'm trying to use Aqua Prison more because it's not a hard name to remember. But I always usually just say bubble. I'm like, I should use the term, but then like bubble is more clear. I always have this, as a fairly new League of Legends commentator compared to everybody else, I have this kind of inner conflict about whether I should use a descriptive term or the actual ability name. And Aqua Prison in particular is one of the really tricky ones for me. Like, I have real inner conflict. It keeps me up at night, Valdes.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, let's go into this draft. I think D+ need to get ahead early with this comp, or things can be really hard in the mid game. There's a big dip for them where things get hard, and then the later parts of the game, you've got Poppy ult, you've got Annie engage, you've got Jace poke.
Yeah. There's a lot of different ways to engage from range with DK's comp, and they'll be looking to keep the low-ish ranged comp of Live Sandbox out of their hair and out of their sight.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Into Annie stun range. That's what they're looking for.
Exactly. Yes, Gator, we're back. It is fine. And this is Challengers, so anything can happen. Sometimes the drafts don't matter. Let's jump onto the Rift here for game number 1.
Oh, sorry. I was just really. See, that's what happens when I have to start thinking about Aqua Prison versus Bubble. That's legit what I was thinking about. I left him hanging. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll make it up to you guys in game 2.
Thanks.
I let my whole family down.
Yeah, it's okay. And that's what happens sometimes.
I'm sorry, everybody.
3 out of 10.
Good luck next time, casters. I feel like I'm like game over screen right now. Guti is 1 and 2 on this pick. So he has played it 3 times.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Yep. First time for 4 members of DK playing all these picks for the first time. I like this Annie skin because you could very clearly see when you have stun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's actually a benefit to Live Sandbox.
I mean, there's 3 boxes and a purple one that also tells you. See, boxes are
Yeah,
gone.
but that's more difficult to see.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if it could mean like it's the same boxes Jin has, the opposite direction here.
Wait, Annie took first strike against Trish. That's seems ambitious.
Look,
ambition.
We have an ambition statue.
We do.
Yeah,
it's true.
We have an ambition statue at LOL Park. It's very cool. I am gonna have to say I think it's good if you are able to build into Rod of Ages early. And if we're gonna build the Andres again, like we saw last time, not gonna like it as much. Not a big fan. The electrocute that people are always, wondering, why are they not going electrocute? Not as great for value in this game. Could be great if you're getting all in by a Tristana, potentially, but see how this lane plays out. As Lucid, he's pulling a peanut.
And he's just going to clear the ward. I doubt he would commit to this, especially because he's about to run into Vincenzo.
Yeah.
I think he actually checked that brush for a sapling. Like, he didn't run into the brush, he just ran next to it. He's like, okay, no sapling, and then he just ran away.
Yep. Well, this lane is not going well for Plan B and Diablo. Again, you have to really hit Aqua Prisons and then obviously follow up with your Lucian combo if you're going to pull it off. And so far, that has not happened. A lot of respect being shown here well, maybe not that much respect, but decent enough respect knowing how far away Diablo and Plan B are there.
What would your reaction be if you saw a living, moving tree walking at you?
I definitely run away very quickly.
Okay.
I mean, anything that's that big and sentient moving towards me, I'm going the other direction. Absolutely. Giant teddy bear, I don't care. Giant chocolate bar moving that my way, I don't care. Like, big bowl of Budechige alive walking at me, I'm out of there, dude. It needs to be secured before I eat
big
that.
trade bot side. That's actually going the way of Liz Sandbox right now, but Diablo is out of mana, so mostly. He does have the biscuits, though. Regenning up a little bit as Lucid is here again. Just farming these wards, you know how it is.
Okay. Just putting the pressure on by being here. After clearing the ward, waiting, as Vincenzo is going to come here and get seen. And the second he's seen, you know you can pull the trigger bottom side here, and Thanatos is going to try to get out. So Lucid's coming down.
Faded in once again. The flash comes in, but nice flash from Diablo. Seems like they were definitely expecting this because he just killed that ward. So taking an aggressive trade, maybe not the best idea, as now Diablo has no summoners.
Lucid also no flash, but didn't take Hex Flash. So it's not a free play, but still you feel very good about this.
Big bowl of what now?
Oh, a big bowl of Budechige, not a big bowl of what now. Although if a big bowl of what now was coming at me, I'd also get out of there. Imagine a living burrito. Yeah, it's horrifying.
What about a big bowl of what in tarnation?
Okay, look. If it's a big bowl,
Would you eat that?
if it's a big bowl of sushi, you're not gonna dive in and eat it if it's alive and sentient and coming at you. Like that was the question: is if a big living tree is coming at you, a big living bowl of sushi is coming at you. That I don't know if you're getting in there. I think you're getting out of there. Now, if somebody defeats it and it's no longer a sentient bowl of sushi that's coming at you, then yeah, you can eat it. But if before then, I think it's just not. I don't think you're. I think you're bluffing in chat. To be honest, I think you're actually running away like me. I think you're you're full of it. You're definitely running away.
Do you think bluffing can be the opposite of based? Someone says like, "Oh, I'm pretty based," but you're like, "Nah, man, you're bluffing." Do you think we could make that a thing?
Nah, I don't think it'll stick. I mean, I think I'm kind of with you on that. Like maybe it could be a thing, but I just don't feel like it'll stick. I just don't think you and I have the.
No, that's
we don't command the power to actually make that a thing. we're too old. It needs to be done by young people.
We're just a bunch of boomers.
Vincenzo.
He's okay.
Caught.
He's a tree.
But this should be the Drake. I mean, right? There's no way they can contest this.
Vincenzo, he's still thinking about it. He's got his bot lane coming up here.
Kobe has stun. They got the fruit.
Oh, he's getting over the wall. Nope, not going to be the kill. As Plan B is in a little bit of trouble, but he should be okay. Here comes Guti getting in onto Rahel. It's a lot of damage. Down goes the Draven, and all of a sudden, Deposkia not in a great spot here as the smite onto Tibbers is going to be enough to actually get the kill here for D+, as they salvage. What the hell was that?
Okay. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I actually think he should pause the game. I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Wait, what?
I like legit. I think he should pause the game. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Is that supposed to happen though when Annie actually warps back? You're like
Tibbers does leash to Annie, but
okay.
Never
No, I know, but
happen.
I mean I know that, but like, what if that happened while he was basing or something?
Yeah.
And pulled the Maokai into the Nexus and he dies. Is that actually supposed to happen?
Okay, let's take a look at the replay here.
Hold on.
And then they cut it. They're like, no, we can't show that.
It should.
Don't worry, we already saw it.
I think it should just interrupt the Maokai ability.
I feel like with the code in this game, that would probably just like send them
I
off
think
the map
I
or
thought
something.
they fixed the Akali E to where it doesn't happen like that anymore. No?
No.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that's if it's supposed to happen like that, then it's supposed to happen like that. I don't know if it should be supposed to happen like that, but
This is why you don't W to Tibbers.
I guess not.
So I've been made aware that the opposite of based is cap.
Is what?
Cap.
Okay.
Cap, like CAP, like the thing you wear on your head. That's the opposite of base.
I mean, nobody ever says that though. They say no cap.
Well, yeah. No, they say that's cap. LMAO.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, not Kappa, not gray face. The issue is that you and I don't use TikTok.
Is that an issue, or is that actually like a plus for us? Like, is that a
I think it's a
problem,
plus,
or is
but
that
at
actually like one of our better qualities?
I think we're doing ourselves a service by not using TikTok, but you know, I think that's part of the reason why we won't get some of the slang. Yeah, Goody should be fine. He's just running away. Didn't look like Pulbe wanted to use Tibbers on him, which I thought was a little bit sus.
He had used his stun right before that. Yeah, it was a little bit sus. Valdez is trying to show that he's cool. He knows.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no cap.
Thanatos here.
Yeah, a little bit of an issue. Thanatos is going to flash. He will respect it. Nice job by Dahyuk to just run at him. Good job. Sus is the opposite of based. Also heard that cringe is the opposite of based, which that one kind of makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Annie lane, 15 CS down, but she is going for Rod of Ages, so I like this better than what we saw last time with the first strike. Pulbe doing fine.
We love your Game Boy Color Discord. Hey, I was just talking with Wolf about playing Game Boy Advance games, okay?
Yeah.
That was actually happening, like, not 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I identified a game from his childhood.
Yeah.
Which was also a game from my childhood.
Tactics Ogre.
The Knights of Lotus.
Yeah.
Very good game. Yeah.
Excellent game.
Top
Amazing
tier.
graphics.
I actually saw it in Nintendo Power when I was a kid, and then I was like, I want to buy this, and then I went and bought it.
And then you bought it.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't read Nintendo Power. I actually have no idea how I decided to get that game. I just had it.
I had cool box art.
Maybe that's why.
If you look at the back
Maybe
of the game too,
it
looks really fun.
Possible.
Nintendo Power is not really real anymore.
Do you
It's
know
like
the
a
game
podcast.
Boktai? Is that a real game? Maybe
Maybe
I'm like saying a curse word in a different language or something.
that sounds familiar. I will.
Well, we do have some
confirm.
gaming as Lucid is trying to gank at Tristana. I think that
That's
you know
not really
it's
gaming.
been a little bit of a while for
Oh, the
For
sun
Lucid.
game where you actually there's like an adapter and you hold your Game Boy up to the sun. Yeah, I never played that, but I heard it was fun.
That is a Rahel in danger. As yeah, he's just gonna get rooted and die. He elected to not flash. He's like, you know what? Just witness me. I will just go now. Thank you.
Well, that's a big problem for the bot lane.
Yeah, who wins, Tibbers or Tristana? I think that I know the answer to that one. It's Tibbers. That's the answer.
That's the answer. This
Answer's
plate
Tibbers.
is finally going to go down. Jin has respawned and Luffy's heading back to lane, but Liv Sandbox grabbing second Drake of the game really...
No, we wouldn't in the brain.
Wait, what?
Hello, Chronicler. Welcome back. You're just in time.
This is going to be a contest.
Dodged! Vincenzo, man, he's such a Chad.
He is. He chases Tipper teleports and
He just don't give a damn.
he does not. Well, that is a Drake going over to Liv Sandbox. Plates going over to Tristana. They got bot plates for the Lucian. I don't want to say this game is in shambles for D+, but
Would you
it's
say they're
definitely
thriving?
not- They're not thriving.
They're not thriving.
I would not say thriving.
How about Liv Sandbox? Are they thriving?
Good position. Good position in this game.
So Luffy had flash, by the way.
Yeah.
Just decided to die instead.
I think he's concerned that he dies to the follow-up anyways, because where does he flash? Into the top part of the root? He's still getting it rooted anyway.
Chronicler's only allowed to stay for 3 minutes at a time. Yeah, we have him on a timer. He's on minute 2.
Yep. It's one of those white timers like you see in the sitcoms. It's like it makes a really loud alarm sound. They has to like turn it off and leave. It's really sad, but he just doesn't get to have the same enjoyment that you guys have in the chat. You guys get to watch the whole thing. You guys get to be here and enjoy from minute 1 to the last minute.
The game from DK is kind of sus.
No, not really.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that sus. I think that it's not based, actually.
Yeah, no, it's not based. No. It's... I'm kind of lukewarm on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, here we go. Lucid.
We already learned that Tibbers is greater than Tristana, so...
Every time he ults the Tristana, she, like, takes a third of her health bar, and then Lucid walks away. Like, this just keeps happening. It's like
mid.
the 4th time.
Oh, yeah, it's mid. The kids are saying that, too. Rahel just gonna flash. He's, you know, he's teaching Loopy, hey, you just press this button, and that gets you out of danger. And, okay, we're gonna have Vincenzo going on in. He has the support from his bottom lane, of course, so Lucid's not actually considering continuing this fight, as Rahel had to back away. And the Lucian Nami has been a bit of an issue for this bottom lane of DK.
It certainly has. This lane is really falling apart. And once you lose control with your double, like, lethality, you know, your double dirk setup here on the bottom side, it is really hard to regain control. And Annie in this game also significantly behind, as you could see here, because that's how the Tristana lane works. Not getting like 3 kills or anything, but the leads are real. As Thanatos is just clean. Trying to 1v9.
Did you see that spacing where he was like just perfectly out of range of the turret and still got that auto on? Ooh, so nice.
He's sweeping the floor, man. Like, do you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's very responsible. I really appreciate that. As wow, Thanatos, yeah, he's just gonna flash. Still, a decent amount of damage will go out onto the Jace here, and he really had to get away from Dayuk's flash. So.
Yeah, it doesn't want to get Buster backstered up there. Gets out. Flashes.
Yes, it is. You Grommel?
What?
You Grommel?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's a person in the chat named Grommel.
Oh.
Yes, it's from it's from the K-drama.
What's from the K-drama?
Wolf, are you okay?
I'm like trying to watch the game. You're like reading chat that's like already 2 whole pages up. I don't even know what you're reading.
Yeah, somebody asked if Vincenzo's name is from the K-drama.
Oh yes, we found this out a few weeks ago.
I've seen some names in my time, including my old name of Grupal, but Grommel I think takes the cake for one of the most unique ones I've seen.
All right.
What's going on in this game, Wolf?
Well, I'm trying to figure it out because this is one of those games where if we play the game, who is going to win this game? If we had to choose right now,
Live Sandbox.
The reason why I vote D+, actually.
I'm going to say Live Sandbox.
You're going to say Live Sandbox?
Yeah.
The reason why I say D+ is because they have a Jace that did not build Gore Drinker. It's going to be a lot of poke damage. They have really good engage. They have a Draven ult follow-up for really good CC with the Loopy. Like, Loopy can flourish follow-up, right? You have the Tibber stun into that, and then you have, like, the Rahel ult. Tons of damage. Somebody dies. Disastrous fight, right? Neither of these comps scale in a normal way, but I think D+'s comp scales pretty well. I like their chances there. And I think mechanically they're the stronger team with better coordination, so that's why it's really hard to judge this game state right now for me, because yeah, it's a 3,000 gold lead for Live Sandbox, but how long does it stay that way is the question that they need to answer.
Yeah, I go with Live Sandbox because they have Maokai.
Okay.
That's my reasoning.
I mean, Vincenzo can siege up turrets with that really well, as he's doing here.
Yeah, he, you know, every one of his abilities is really strong.
Will he get punished? No.
Nope. Never punished.
The reason why they picked Tristana is not because it beats Annie in lane, it's because it could just rocket jump out of any damage. Every time they're like, whoa, stop that, Tristana. She's just like, I'm out.
Yeah, and then eventually she's going to be level 18 and have massive range and scale really well because she had a solo lane, you know? It's nice.
Yep.
You don't lack any AP damage because your Maokai is Maokai. And
he's going to build the Andre second.
If they don't build any MR, then they're just going to die to saplings.
Valdez is like, he's like nodding. He's like so confident that Live Sandbox is going to win this game. 100%, he says. 100%.
Hey,
right,
guys, can we see the money that Annie has earned from First Strike, please?
He probably has to type it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's going to be able to show it without doing some fancy footwork. I would like to see the chat prediction on this game state. Type 1 if you think Live Sandbox is going to win. Type 2 if you think D+ is going to win.
And 3 if you're just really happy right now.
Why'd you have to do that? I legit,
Somebody already put 4 first, okay? It's going to happen. I'm seeing more 1s than 2s anyway.
I'm seeing more 2s than 1s.
No. What? Somebody said 12.
See, 2-3 means
2-3
D+
means
is going to win and they're happy.
Yeah, 1-3. Okay. Yeah, even YouTube chat's getting in there. 9.
Did we miss Yundo's response to us?
No, I don't think he was able to.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I've successfully. Well, Valdez has successfully ruined Twitch chat. I just wanted to see what chat thought.
Anyone who typed 4 is a secret Jin main, and also an Annie main.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
literally nobody said 69. It's weird.
On 1 minute until Pulbe hits his Rod of Ages. He's going to grab an extra level from that. Still a ways away from 16, but has a lot of tanky stats. Will be able to frontline and do some big damage and big CC if he can get into the range of this extremely low range, high damage comp of Live Sandbox. The turning point needs to be now for D+. Like, they gave a second Drake. You know, they can't give a third Drake to Live Sandbox, nor can they give a Baron. And if they do either of those things, then I think that my prediction would change, although I'm not going to allow myself to do that. But I won't be feeling good about what I have predicted after that. Is Rahel here, vulnerable?
Oh. Cancelled it. Oh, a little bit of root action. Jin trying to do his best Maokai impression.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Lots
am
of
root champion.
There's 14.
Hey, Rod of Ages. Pretty cool item. Yeah, I'm gonna rate that a 2 out of 10. I can't give it a 1 because it actually hit a couple of champions.
Hit 2, so 2 out of 10 makes sense to me. Hit 2 out of 10 champions on the Rift.
You could say.
Yeah.
2 out of 10. As now, no, that's a Poppy.
They're just sieging super hard here with this composition, and Tristana does tons of damage to turrets, so if she's given the opportunity to sit over here, she will start doing big damage and creating big problems. And the answer here is to just put Jace in the side lane, but he already got that top turret, and getting all the way down to this inner is just not realistic against the Maokai composition, so things looking a little bit dicey here actually for D+. I didn't like this draft that much from DK from the outset, but looking at how the early game has gone and how much control Lucian has had and how much power Diablo has pushed across the map here, Chance is not feeling great at the moment for a comeback here unless they can, like I said, win an objective fight. Vision control here, not great around this Baron either. One more ward to clear, and that's a blind D+.
That is a blind D+. This is a weird game state for them. Okay,
we don't step up too far, Live Sandbox. You can see D+ just cannot see anything.
Yeah, Lucid is insanely tanky, but we've seen that Poppies, doesn't matter how tanky you are, if you walk in the wrong bush, you can still die, so be careful of that.
Guti has overshielding from Bloodthirster, which makes him...
any names, you know?
Yeah. Guti has overshielding from Bloodthirster, so killing him with this lethality Jace, a little bit tougher. Surviving anti-stun engages a little bit easier. Well, if you just kind of sit there and then neither team walks at each other, the one who has the side lane push is going to win. So guess what? Guti gets another turret. D+ are like, aha, walk into us and die. And this time it's like, aha, your turret is dead. And you still don't have vision.
No, I will not. I will not walk into you and die.
Look at that damage. This is actually really starting to stack up.
Just Lucian Nami things, you know? just having a ball. They're playing it really well. Like, Diablo has just been sieging up here like a siege tank that's very mobile and can dash. He's like a disruptor, you know?
Yeah.
You were talking about disruptors the other day with Atlas. I was like, you know, he's like there, and then all of a sudden, just like some big boom boom goes out of him, and you're like, how did that happen?
D+ don't even have stim, man. How are they supposed to split?
Yeah, you don't have stim. They do have anti-shield. I guess that's kind of like stim.
More tanky items coming through here for Vincenzo, not actually building Leandri's second like I thought he would. Because he's just happy with the damage that Lucian is putting off here, Tristana is putting off in this game. Went Aftershock also, so just wants to be more of a frontliner here for that Lucian damage. And considering the game state, I think he probably changed his mind as, okay, how tanky is he against magic damage?
Yeah, not tanky, actually.
But they're just going to start this Baron
off
boy. Here. I don't know about this.
Damage, too. I mean,
but Vincenzo has ult.
Here we go. Yeah, here comes the ult. Bit of damage. And oh, man, there goes the tree. Just thrown off into the wilderness like he's playing golf. Here comes Gucci getting in there. Wow, that was a nice flash forward. Gonna take out two of them. And Thanatos seems okay. Rahel is able to get out as well. So at least they're able to hold on to a couple of buffs. But interesting spot in this game now.
Messy fight here for D+. I mean, the idea is okay, we're going to turn after we grab this Baron. But there's just too many ways this goes badly for you. With the Fed Tristana, who can get jump resets, you have the Maokai ult coming through. So yeah, D+ end up getting the Baron, but they lose control over the map. They lose this third Drake. Like, you essentially will get no value from this Baron. And you've actually given the other team way more resources. And like, let's be clear, if they get the Baron and walk away, they got a lot of money and a little bit of push maybe in a side lane, but you don't have any side lane power with this comp anyways as D+. Like, this isn't even a win condition, but you've got to try something, right? And this team fight, like, D+ need to win a fight, not successfully heist a Baron. Fortunately, there's just no fights that they're being given, and their fight has terrible turn compared to Live Sandbox's really clean setup here. I mean, they have Maokai ult, they have Tidal Wave. Like, you can't turn on this team. You can't sneak a Baron on this team. It is looking grim. Your Pred is feeling pretty good right now, Valdez.
The Pred, the Live Sandbox Pred.
That's pretty rude.
Pred, of course, standing for predecessor. In case anyone was confused.
Stands for prediction. Don't listen to his lies.
Don't believe his lies.
Don't believe his lies, Lucid.
Any Poppy Bush face checkers?
Any Jack-o'-lanterners?
It's not even October Wolf.
I know, it's a bit of a weird time to use that skin, don't you think? Bit of a weird time.
Yeah.
It's not Christmas either, so I don't know what's going on.
Wolf, I have a quick quiz for you. Who's a better Caitlyn, Deft or Keria?
Deft. Sorry, Keria.
Okay. Somebody in chat was saying that you said that Keria was better.
Nah. I mean, I did talk about on the Monty Wolf show about how there are two Caitlyn players that are great on T1, so you shouldn't give them Caitlyn.
There are two wolves inside of me.
There are two wolves inside of me.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a more nuanced conversation we can have some other time, but I do think that Deft is the better Caitlyn player, yes. He has more experience, he has more results. Just going to use this to siege a turret with Tidal Wave. This is the way.
Yep. You just throw out a bunch of your ults that are really long and, you know. Oh, look at this flank. Where'd he come from? I didn't see that as Pube gets a massive one. Diablo is on the run. Probably should be able to outrun Annie, even with the shield that she's going to have in a little bit. Wait.
Are they trapped in here now, though?
Where did Loopy go? Yeah, he just got Tristana in the face, I guess.
Yeah, and now D+ are going to try to push this turret down. I like the aggression here from D+. This is a smart decision. Rather than try to back into that Tristana, just the best defense is a good offense, so I can just keep pushing.
Gucci, what are you doing?
It's a base race. He's got TP. Minions. He has TP, so...
Why are the Krugs here?
Yeah, I thought they fixed the leash range on those minions.
Krugs, I don't want no Krugs.
Krug is a bro, can't get no love from me.
All the Zoomers in the chat don't even know this song. Unlucky.
They did get the Krugs eventually, though.
Yeah.
Well,
They got some of the cruds.
they got the turret. They got out. This was a situation that looked like it was going to be much worse, but this is the power of Maokai when you have a lead like this, an insane turret damage. You're just like, nah, ult, and turret. And then Pulbe somehow teleport flanks back here and gets the flash tibbers over the wall to nearly kill Diablo. If Diablo dies,
he would have died.
Yeah, if Diablo dies there, I think this game is potentially going to be massively changed, but D+ still push down and grab that turret. It's a turret for a turret here in this exchange, but I still need to see D+ somehow pull off a winning team fight. There's no flash on Annie anymore.
Jack,
no
be
teleport.
nice.
Yeah, Jack 5.
Otherwise, WGG is going to ban you.
And by
Monk
WGG,
and
he
W.
means Valdez during the break on his account.
No, I won't. I mean, you know, you're allowed to have an opinion, but you know, just be nice to the players. They're trying their best.
Still 270 gold lead here for Diablo at this moment in time.
Apparently 13-17 gold was what we got from the cash.
It was big.
It was pretty based. As in we go, Lucid is going really far. I'm not sure about this one. You know, he's tanky, but like not that tanky. Meanwhile,
Goody's just going to win the game.
yeah, Goody's actually just going to end the game, maybe? No, he's going to kill the inhibitor, though, and you can see that DK can't back, so they just have to run awkwardly away from Live Sandbox.
I mean, Goody still has teleport. Like, he could actually just do this again and end the game later on. They can just keep pushing. There's no jungler here.
Oh, boy. Well, there is also no Draven here. Doesn't exist.
Live Sandbox just out macroed D+ this game. Like, straight up, like 7 ways to Sunday. Is that the expression? I don't know. Like,
something
completely.
like that, yeah.
Like, it was... Goody's just everywhere on the map, putting the pressure on multiple lanes, using the Tristana power not for dominating and destroying an Annie in lane necessarily. Got a small lead there, but once he had an advantage from those skirmishes that went badly from D+, he just ran around the map killing turrets.
Mm-hmm.
And he was set up by the Maokai, like you were talking about.
It's a great split pusher. We know what Tristana can do. And there is a Baron on the map now, and there, you know, a bunch of damage from the side of DK. Look at Yundo just expertly hiding vision. So cool. Here comes Live Sandbox, and Goody is a actual living, breathing fountain laser. As okay, we're gonna get on top of this Annie here. That's not a good spot for him, as down he will go. Pulbe trying to go for the flank, as oh, look at that ult from Gucci. As yes, the stopwatch is here, but I don't think Goody really cares. Okay, the whirling axes are nice, but he's got a stopwatch himself. Looks like game number 1 might just be done here, guys, as they even have the top lane pushing. Live Sandbox coming to party today.
Live Sandbox in a good way here. The chase is on for Lucid, the last remaining member.
That's true. And
Ulting. Oh.
okay, he's been good about hitting those, but, you know, Poppy alone is not going to save this one, so, yeah. Just waiting for the wave. They've even got a Tristana here, and...
This is the player cams.
Okay.
Players look pretty stoked about this one, and
yeah.
once again, Live Sandbox taking game 1 against D+ Kia. The history of the last series might repeat itself here. You take game 1, you get reverse swept in first round robin. Maybe this time they can change history and actually 2-0 themselves. We gotta vote. I'm gonna vote mid.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote mid. Same. Why do turrets just fall over without a wave? Well, they had double AD carry and they had a Tristana, so
Yeah.
it's kind of just the way it goes, right?
I mean, this was a pretty bizarre draft from D+. I mean, the draft for Live Sandbox was also kind of greedy and strange, but they executed it so well that, like, I don't question it. You know, when I see, like, how that last Gen.G draft went, I'm like, that's really weird. And then I'm like, you guys won a lot of fights, but this is not, like, clean gameplay. I look at what Live Sandbox does in this first game, and I'm like, this is clean. You used your draft extremely well. Your macro was great.
What did I tell you? They picked Maokai and they won the game.
Yeah,
It was as
the
simple as
Maokai
that.
powered the Tristana, who then won the game. Well, I mean,
Did more damage
they were
than the Tristana, too.
They were a two-man team, right? And obviously the Lucian poking and chipping away at those champions all game long with the lead he got for himself prevented D+ from really setting up any flanks, any vision, or really just being able to contest those waves. Clean gameplay. We'll see how angry D plus Kia get after this loss, because we did see a very big comeback in that
What do you
last
think,
best of
Saint
3.
in for game 2?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. Sag.
I don't think so. Kana in? No, Kana's not
Dravenless
coming.
damage and support Sag. Yeah, after they got behind, I mean, the Draven wasn't going to be able to do much with his low range against this kind of composition, so pretty doomed for him, as Guti is going to pick it up.
Guti, he's a handsome lad, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we already talked about the hair part last time. Still rocking it in his POG photo. Hasn't changed it since round 1.
The lip gloss doobie bussin'.
It's popping.
No cap. And
300 POG points for this guy so far this season.
Yeah. He was popping off in this game. Didn't do like a huge damage share or any of that, but what he provided to the team, even just in terms of threat, like to bases and split pushing and stuff like that, like it's really nice. Like there's no threat mechanic in League actually, unless you have a taunt, which one champion does.
Well, I enjoyed the gameplay that we saw. I thought that D+ were going to out-execute them in the mid to late. They absolutely did not. They got out macro, they got up late, and D+ Kia slipping a little bit here in their dominance in challengers. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but that is the first game. We'll be back, guys, in a bit.
파괴되었습니다. 빨간 팀의 포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
Hello and welcome back, guys. We are here at Challenger League. This is me, Valdez, with Walpo. And we just had Live Sandbox with a big upset first game.
Yeah, and it was pretty weird draft from both teams. But the Tristana, excuse me, I just ate a ton of pho really fast, so my body's digesting.
Me too.
They ordered pho for us. It got a little bit delayed, so we had to like rush and eat it really fast. I do not blame anyone on the WG staff, by the way, and the pho was amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, it's really good.
But I did eat it really fast. So I'm like, whoa.
Same.
But yeah, anyway, bit of a weird draft. Good macro game from Live Sandbox, and it would be huge if they could take a 2-0 here, and that's not what I expect to happen. But I mean, they came out with a cool draft. It's hard to be like, oh, I'll just ban Tristana, we win the rest of the series, because maybe they have something else prepared too.
Yeah, I think, it was just great play overall from the side of Live Sandbox that got them ahead. So, yeah, I also ate a lot of pho really fast. So.
Yeah.
Yundo can't check right now. It probably wasn't that much. I would guess like maybe 300 gold.
Yeah, probably not
Ish.
a lot, to be honest. He got like 3 combos off in the lane.
Live Sandbox 2-0 DK yesterday, so anything can happen. I mean, a lot of people voted for Live Sandbox, and Wolf and I expected them to win. So,
Yeah.
DK are strong though.
Just to put it out there, I think D plus Kia were the underdogs yesterday, and then the next time D plus Kia plays against like one of the top teams, you're not thinking they're the underdogs. To rethink your expectations, as
DK selected red side.
they did select red.
I didn't want to say it too loud to like anger the gods at this choice. You know what I mean?
But this is the more interesting news that we were keeping a secret, is that Bible will be subbed in, and this is something that D plus fans have been kind of clamoring for, just because the guy has been so solid. And Loopy came from Breon's Challengers team into this roster, and people were pretty surprised because Bible was so good. And when he played when Kellen was sick during the LCK, he played so incredibly well. His shot calling was really good that people were like, oh man, this guy could be on a team this year. Like, of course, last year they were saying like for 2023. He didn't show up. Then he got benched in Challengers, and he's back after what was a middling game 2, or excuse me, game 1 for Loopy.
What do you think about his hair? We need a official Wolf hair rating.
I think it's pretty good. He's definitely got a look a lot of Koreans have gone for. Like Runner, for example, has a similar hairstyle to this. A little bit more of an extreme part than Guti's that we were discussing earlier. But I think he's a handsome lad, and I think his gameplay is pretty sick. He's very famous for his Imumu that he played on Dom 1K last year.
Yeah.
See what he ends up playing today.
So should I call him Bible or should I call him Bible?
Please call him Bible.
How about Bibble?
Nope.
How about Bubble?
Nope. All right, it's
How
draft
about
time.
the D plus Kia support?
Pulling a ruler. Good job, Alistair.
Good job, Amumu. Varus ban.
Okay. Let's see what this bottom lane looks like, because the last game was a bit of an odd duck in terms of the matchup. We don't normally see Varus or like Draven Jhin versus the Lucian. It's usually Lucian and Zeri. Like, that's the matchup on both sides. You don't want to pick Zeri necessarily unless there's like a Lucian or another scaling AD carry on the other side like Aphelios. Don't want to pick Lucian unless the Zeri is on the other side. So it was a very bizarre game.
Calling for the
Caitlyn.
Radness. That's not going to happen. I think we can see Annie again. I don't think that was like an issue or anything.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't think so either. Just the early game in the Mac rest, we played a lot better if you're going to pull that off. As we will see a Wukong ban, so continuing to take that away from Lucid. 2 junglers off the table. I don't think we'll see a Sejuani ban here. Seems a bit much.
Ban Lucian.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Or Maokai.
Yeah, Maokai.
Not Renekton.
Okay, well, I mean, I think they're trying to trade picks here. So
What if they
get
don't
Maokai.
pick Lucian again?
Now Rahel, I mean,
Just like last game.
Rahel could pick Lucian in this draft, but they really want the Jace, which did... like, of the 10 champions on the Rift...
Wolf, I think I'm going to cry.
Of the 10 champions on the Rift last game, was Jace the least impactful? I think the answer is yes.
Yes,
On the,
the
last
answer
game.
is yes,
I think
yeah.
the answer is yes.
And he got buffed, Ezekiel.
Yes. Pretty significant buffs to her E, and having level 1 stun available instead of having to charge it is pretty huge. And I think that, honestly, those things made a big difference, but also just inspired people to start trying to play her, and as a result, like, she became relevant not because of the buffs as much as people just started trying strategies with her.
You see, Goody raised his eyebrows. He's like, whoa, we got Lucianami again. That's crazy.
Yeah, and Nautilus with no AD carry here is a bit bizarre. Obviously, you could defend a lot of different dives with this, but what are you going to play? Because you're probably not getting Zeri. I think that's going to be banned.
Yeah, I am not sure. I don't know. It feels like D+ are like lost in a different meta or something.
Yeah, this is very weird. And now they're actually just going to take away the Draven because they don't want to deal with the Draven lane. But
Yeah, and they could ban Aphelios too.
yeah, they could also ban like Zeri and Draven if they want. Like if they're like, oh, okay, one way is you try to fight us fire for fire. The other way is you try to like defend under turret with the Zeri, and you feel good about that. But let's see what this final ban is going to be here for D+. Could be another like Tristana. Could have been the ban if they wanted to not deal with that pressure in sides. In the microcosm of this series, we're like looking at this in a very different way than we would normally a LCK draft. See if there's ban Zeri. I would, because I think it's safe. But they're gonna ban Kaisa. That is a weird one.
Yeah, I mean, you like Killer Instinct in the back line, and Maokai's like, oh, hello. He just like roots you immediately. Cool story. You get booped in the face.
Nautilus 80 carry. Someone in chat figured it out.
Attack speed Nautilus.
Yeah,
love it. Swing that guy around. There's the Aphelios that I was asking to get banned. And Tristana.
Just gonna play Tristana now, macro this team again, I think. Oh my god, Valdez. Nautilus, Aphelios, Nautilus, Aphelios, not that great.
Achilles?
Lucianami. Achilles, I miss him.
Yeah, he's in Brazil.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Or
Don't
what are we doing?
do that.
What are we doing? You can
Okay.
still play Tristana here.
Jax for the top lane.
They have now with this insane 1-3-1. Oh
Yeah.
my god. DK gonna struggle to match the macro. What did DK even do to stop this? Like play Rise?
Like I said, when I saw they just didn't deny Lucian, Nami, and Maokai again, probably just cry, Wolf.
Do not pick Annie here. Do not do it. That's a DND do not do. Do not
I think
do that.
they won't. I feel like they just
The Rise is the
wanted
one
to
I
flex
want.
it. Yeah,
I like that.
he likes it.
He like
It
swaps
checks
over
out.
to Yone. I'm like, no! Play Rise. It's fine.
He's
You've got a
gonna
good
swap
wave
to
clear.
Teemo.
You're
Okay.
going to deal with the Tristana fine. You can actually side against this. You can match the 1-3-1.
DK
team
has
fight.
tried nothing, and they're also all out of options.
Yeah. Okay. Similar draft here for Live Sandbox. A lot of this game, I think, comes down to Pull Bay. How well he handles the pressure, how good his decision-making is on which lanes he wants to go to. If he can get some Realm Warp advantages for this Jace early, maybe get the Jace ahead, slow down the Jax. If you just kind of sit back and farm versus Tristana, you can outscale her in some ways, obviously, later on. It's not a default thing. Like, Tristana also scales very well. But you just need to be able to make sure that she's not able to zoom around the map, blowing up turrets with 2 shots like she did last time with a Maokai to protect her. Because you can't just be like, oh, Tristana's pushing, we'll catch her. You will not catch her, actually.
No, you won't. He's going to be having a great time once again. And I'm curious about the Aphelios Pharrell. Like, when we saw the Nautilus blinds, it was definitely one of the options. And then they actually pick it, I mean, into the Lucian Nami lane. I don't think it's going to have a great time. Later on, it'll be pretty good against Maokai, but like if you get behind, you're probably just going to get boomed. Like, people are just going to jump on you, and the burst damage will just be too much for you to handle. There's not a lot of peel on this DK side.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. Again, I think DK are the stronger team. They have the better players. They have, in theory, the better macro decision-making. I don't know if I want to trust after game 1 to say that again. Bible's here. Unnoted thing. I mean, we talked about it very briefly. His shot calling is really good. Supposedly barrel-esque. Leads his team like a commander when he's on the Rift. So maybe he'll be the difference maker.
Well,
Valdez not convinced.
I'm not convinced. I think Live Sandbox might have brewed a concoction to make DK draft. No, I'm just kidding. Either way, guys, we are ready to go into game number 2. Let's do it.
곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 미니언 생성까지 30초
It's
남았습니다.
do-do-do-do or do not do-do-do-do. There is no try. Famous Yoda quote.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, it's because you didn't watch Star Wars.
I did.
Episode 5.
Immediately called out. Cringe. Look out, it's Caleb's. It's Seth on his ult, actually.
Yeah, it's Seth on his ult.
미니언들이 생성되었습니다.
Hex Flash Sejuani. Yep. Lucid.
Yep, Hex
looking
Flash
for some
Sejuani. Yep.
aggressive pathing.
Vincenzo has been allowed to play Maokai 10 times.
It's pretty absurd. Rahel has not played Aphelios.
I guarantee you there's no jungler in the LCK that has that many games on that champ. I don't know the numbers, but I guarantee it.
Let me think for a second. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Like Canyon might be the highest.
Well,
okay,
if you-
little level 1,
Yeah.
little face checkerino, and you know what? They're turning this around. So the level 1 pretty good for Lucian. And so yeah, that's a flash now, and a heal, and an ignite away from DK's bottom
You
lane.
went PTA, but you're still Aphelios. Like, generally you want to play the Calibrim range in the level 1. You don't want to play this without an ability.
Oh, Bible. I don't like this Nami skin because it feels like there are like 7 Namis around me. Wow, that was a weird voice crack.
Yeah, that was a weird voice crack, and like, I feel like a weird Freudian slip. I don't know. What does that mean? You feel like you have 7 Namis around you?
Yeah, because her voice like echoes, you know?
Well, it's like a Naga thing, right? I mean,
Yeah, but I don't think that happens with every skin.
I think it happens with every Naga. That's like what they do. They're like echoey and scary and screechy. And they like mesmerize you. Look, there are 7 Namis inside you.
One of them is a caster. Uh-oh. Here we go again. So bot is losing.
Everything is gone wrong. Except top side.
Oh, top is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, picking the Jackson to Jace is something you can do. Like, the Counter-Strike doesn't stop you from getting hit by a Shock Blast.
It's not chosen for the lane. It's chosen for its side laning power later. IMO. So
You're
yeah.
probably right.
But it is going to have a hard time. Booty?
The player who's played it the most is Umti at 7.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's been allowed to play 7.
Yeah, no, I mean, we actually talked about this on one of the days we were casting Brion recently, or desking them. I was like, yeah, Umti's actually been allowed to play this a lot. It's super weird.
Shock Blast is AoE damage, so it is reduced by Counter-Strike, I think. Yes, but it doesn't dodge it, right?
No.
So here we go. In they go. Diehawk might be forced to flash here as, lots of damage, but he reads the situation and doesn't have to flash.
Reads the situation really well. Can teleport back to lane. It's going to be actually fine. Still a disadvantage here, and a lot of pressure lost in the lane with no flash on this Jax. Down here now with level 3, we'll see if Rahel can handle this a little bit better than the previous engage. There's the activation. Uh-oh, Vincenzo's here, they don't know.
Yeah, no flash on Rahel. He is just gone. Bubbled and put in the death chamber immediately. Vincenzo's like half health. He doesn't care. As Bible has to flash too, and he's also going to go down. How about a double kill for Mr. Lucian in the bottom lane?
Hey man, it Live Sandbox looking like they actually are the better team, like in every way right now. Better draft, better play. This is wild, because last week, we saw a pretty weak performance from Saint in the mid lane, right? We're like, all right, well, this is not the best D+ quality we've seen this season. And now it's just like this team looks a little lost. Like, this is just uncharacteristic mistakes. And this is just clean play from Vincenzo. He knows there's no flash. They've called it out. They've communicated. They're the timers. Bible flash at the last possible second. Still gets taken out by that final shot. Even if he lives here, this is a terrible situation, but it's even worse now. 2-kill solution. He's got a pickaxe and a dirk. 800 gold ahead.
Oh, boy.
And maybe some of the stuff we saw last week where we were like, all right, well, clearly D+ having a rough game. Some of those, like games 2 and 3 were not perfect for them either, but maybe we misread, like, I misidentified Saint as a weak point. He did, like, I think he did factually have a weak game. But maybe Live Sandbox just preparing really well now twice for this team and just look like they're in good form right now. I mean, underestimated by D+.
Yeah. And, you know, the woes of the bottom lane are not going to end here, right? Because still no flash for a bit. Now, Maokai isn't quite level 6, but you can definitely put more and more pressure on. They're going to begin to start losing priority, and once he hits level 6, he can also dive onto the relatively, you know, immobile carry that is Aphelios. So definitely looking for Vincenzo to play a key role in, you know, just recreating some of what they had in the last game.
Yeah, I mean, it's arguably an even easier way to do that this game with the lead they have that's so clean this time. Like last time they had some really nice leads, but this is like so fast. Okay, big damage. Big damage.
The IE second item and flip 40% blue ult crit at the third Drake is the only way to win. They found an angle, Twitch chat. They have all the angles.
Man, you should be a coach.
There you go.
Bible here on a very awkward spot.
is actually in a little bit of trouble as he's going to get flashed on. He will flash away, but this is Tristana we're talking about. The Goomba Stomp comes in, and Goody can Goomba Stomp his way out as well. That's what Tristana does, as the Drake is being given a live sandbox. This one is even more one-sided than the first game.
Yeah, this is like on lock, man. Like I actually can't imagine them losing from here. Thanatos is trying to get like one plate on the top side. Jax is heading back up there. Really nice flash play from Thahyuk actually there onto Pool Bay to secure that kill. And D+, like, they actually look at the wave state too. They don't go back bottom. They don't concede the Drake. They have this awkward contest where they lose out. So one plate goes over. But like, look at where Nautilus is. Bible's like over here. Aphelios is like, I'm coming. I'm not there. They have no vision. Pool Bay, why are you standing here? Contesting this Drake is just, it's not a realistic thing to do. Like, it's just not realistic, unfortunately. Yeah. And then, like, maybe you felt safe because there's enough damage. Sejuani is basically on top of you. You're like, all right, we can get the kill onto the Tristana, but no, she's just going to jump reset out of there. Rod of Age is feeling pretty far away right now.
Asking for 5 friends. No, you can't FF.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
That's the answer.
Every time this comes up, Atlas is like, I'm pretty sure maybe you can. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99.99% sure you cannot.
Well,
I think it is in the game, but you get fined if you do it.
This is level 5, and he's trying to take the Rift Scuttler. And they actually do have the man advantage up on the top side. Liv Sandbox still going to go for the fight, though, as Lucid just going to try to get away here. Will he survive? As he should be able to pick up the eye, but I'm not sure about after that, as did Liv Sandbox go too far this time around? Keep in mind, guys, this is a 4v5. And Liv Sandbox so far are winning it, although down will go the tree, and out of midair, he gets plucked like a bird in flight.
Plinked.
Plink.
Plinked twice.
They
blink twice if you
like
believe
that's
for
not
D+.
half bad for DK.
Yeah, blink twice if you believe in D+. All right, well, this is going to be a lot of plate gold going over to this Lucian regardless, because he came over here for the contest and now is able to grab some money. Can head straight back bottom side, so 2 plates here. Going to go back to the bottom side of the map to try to pick up more. Is watching this fight once again. Vincenzo gets extremely low here. Ult does catch Lucid. And the eye goes over here with the steal. And Vincenzo in the back here survives for so long. Bubble missing here is actually pretty massive, but Lucid does survive. And that's Rahel down. The fight is quote-unquote won here until we overstay a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Maokai was trapped. You just got to let him go. Like, Diablo was... Even at the end of the fight, he wasn't even coming. He was just killing minions in mid. Because he's like, okay, well, you know, the fight's over, guys. Like, I'm not going to do anything, so why would he? As it was Bible who picked it up, so he's just going to drop it bot, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Guti actually holding this lane a little bit while Lucian comes back. So Diablo stayed a little bit longer mid. Actually losing a pretty sizable chunk of his CS lead because of this. And now Vincenzo's catching minions mid, so... Dichotomy of the sandbox. Have a great macro game in game 1. Just totally wow us. And then in game 2, overstay on that Herald, and then all your waves are messed up. Your solo lane are a little bit... I mean, I'm not saying that Guti is doomed because of this, but he loses a significant advantage. Same, of course, of Diablo, but they'll be able to get that back to normal. But what was a terrible position for Pool Bay, he's now got 2 kills. And a rod.
Yeah, he's He's chilling. He's in a great spot here as the Rise. This is a very luxurious gank rush, as they kind of knew he was going to come in and try to put that sapling in that bush. And down will go Vincenzo again. Calling in here is quite annoying, but at the end of the day, the turret tanks up a decent amount of it. As here comes Guti once again. Just getting a nice trade onto full bay as this top lane looking more even, but still a flash away from Dihug as Thanatos nearly dies. And no further flash for Dihug because he just used it to try to get away, so not able to follow up and get the kill.
This is looking really, like, moments ago we were like, oh man, Liv Sandbox, there's no way to lose this game. Suddenly you lose that Herald fight, you give Herald over, lots of plate gold to Rahel, and the waves are kind of awkward because of the, like, you know, Tristana Lucian situation we've been talking about.
They're just really shy and like they don't like talking to people.
Yeah.
The waves.
So the game state is now like really bad for Liv Sandbox actually. Like they're 400 gold behind. It's not unwinnable, but
Yeah, I mean, they have their gold in some pretty good spots, but so did DK. So it's gonna get interesting, I think. The game from here should be pretty possible for both teams to take, just because it's challengers, you know? Like, if we were looking at, I don't know.
yeah, I didn't understand the
T1
joke, I'll be honest
or
with you.
Gen.G
Side
from...
jokes.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, I'm just trying to like take stock of what's going on in this game, and then Bells made a joke and I just like kept talking. I'm like, I don't know.
Imagine paying attention to the League of Legends. Wouldn't be me.
Well, I'm trying to keep my focus here, but it has not been
a close
easy.
game.
Okay, here comes the Maokai ult with Tidal Wave. Stack him!
Oh, flashed underneath, and that is a big amount of damage into Rahel, but he has the red guns, and he will be able to sustain through as in goes Goody looking for the kill.
All right, I'll see you guys in game 3.
But he dies.
I'll see you guys in game 3.
Uh-oh, plan B.
I'm going to go eat more pho. I'm going to go get some pho, Valdez. I don't need to watch the rest of this.
Yeah, well, that's plan B dead.
Please show the replay of this where instead of this game was, I was looking at it, I'm like, all right.
Slow-mo on the Aphelios 200 years.
Yeah, watch his HP go from like 15% to 50% in about half a second. And then also layering these two ultimates the way they did does prevent him from getting away here, but also prevents you from winning the subsequent fight if you don't 100-0.
Watch this.
Oh! That was actually...
Did you have to make that noise?
Yes. And then Guti, who does get the kill barely, by the way, just throws himself into the pit here. Like, at this point, I'm like, this is a solo queue game. Like, what are you even doing?
True. Yeah. That was pure challengers once again. We had a pure challengers game in the series number 2. We probably had it at some point in series number 1.
Yep.
And now, you know, like here we are in series number 3. It was bound to happen.
I just don't know. It is dumb.
Rahel does not have cleanse.
No, but he does have red guns, and
Why did you hear a cleanse? You probably heard Diablo's cleanse. Well, this turret is not long for this world. Neither is this one.
yeah, but this is not the kind of game where as Tristana you can snowball like you did last time. You just can't. You're not going to have the same control, you're not going to have the same damage, and even with the escort from the Maokai, like, this map does not belong to you, Liv Sandbox. And I don't think it ever will. Maybe
Well,
map 3
it
could belong
did.
to you, but yeah, it did belong to you, but it no longer is your property. Thanatos is just writing his name on this turret with auto attacks. It's like THAN.
빨간 팀의 포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
T. He's gonna make his S like a Z-shaped, you know, really cool Thunderbolt looking S.
True.
All right, so this turret also being signed by Lucid.
Cool, cool.
That
Down it
ultimate,
goes.
that ultimate. with no follow-up, unfortunately. Sad tree, hashtag sad tree. So you were pretty confident, you know, about this draft with the Maokai. How are you feeling about it now? Like, we're gonna play our little game, and you still think Live Sandbox gonna win this one?
I'm gonna go with they're not going to win this one.
I did not say Thunderbolt looking a $sign. That is not what I said.
That is definitely not what he said.
That is definitely not what I said.
Yeah, I did not hear any $signs. That's for sure. Challengers, though, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but probably not this time, to be honest. Like, anything could happen, but I wouldn't predict it.
I mean, we've seen Wait, where are you going, buddy?
Oh?
The
Thonks happening? And then he's out of there.
Okay, that's fine.
Anything could happen, but anything could also not happen.
There's a lot of jumpers on the side of Live Sandbox.
Yeah. So, you know, there's a lot of CC, there's a lot of mobility, there's a lot of speedy stuff going on in League of Legends, you know? There's a lot of shoot going on with the Jace here.
Shooty McTooty.
Hold on, does he have ult? No, he does not.
Lucid is a bit chunked. Kind of an awkward spot for him.
Bival's coming over.
Plan B is in like the most no man's land right now. But actually, it was just all an elaborate bait. Because the Nami, no, it wasn't. He goes down, and oh man, the Jace value is just massive. The Moonlight Vigil onto everybody. As Guti is also dead. DED.
So can we go back to that conversation about the surrender button?
We can, if you want.
No, I don't really want to.
Okay.
I just wanted to make a joke because this game is 100% over now. There's no question. So they lost control of the game. Then they made a play down there on the tri-brush. Dove in onto the Aphelios. Then, without the Maokai ultimate, Vincenzo does not have ult because he used it to lose a turret slightly more slowly in mid. They cannot make a play here. Plan B is trying to set up with, I guess, a Maokai ult he thinks Vincenzo has that he does not. A flank angle here to Tidal Wave. He's caught. Follow-up is great. Big knockback on the Thanatos. Irrelevant. Nice try, Guti, because you're caught by Realmorph. And he takes his hands off the keyboard for a moment because he knows this one is definitely, it's hit the GG marker.
DED. No, I didn't end up fitting climbing around my schedule.
It's tough. Like,
yeah,
we got a lot going on.
I did cast 7 days in a row. Today is day 7, so it's been hard. Well,
can we go back to the innocent part of the game where
yeah, I want to go back to the clueless part of the
yes,
game, not the aware part of the game.
The 2-0 Lucian. What could go wrong?
Surely they just closed it out from here.
The innocent part of the game, we're like, oh wow, what an advantage! They'll definitely steamroll with this. They'll definitely push their advantages like they did in game 1.
There's no way they lose from here.
Nothing could go wrong in this. What's a Murphy's Law? What's an Aphelios surrounded by his teammates?
200 years plus 4.
Well, we really did drop the ball on this one, didn't we, Live Sandbox Youth? We did. But that's okay, because you took a game off D plus Kia again, which is very impressive. It was a very good start. But now it's time to think about game 3. I'm already thinking about it.
All right, Vincenzo, he's eating the brunt of the damage, and this Nautilus ultimate gets a ton of value. Nice turnaround from Diehug, but the wallets are quite large at this point in time. They also didn't have Diablo, so...
I just wanted to make the sound twice. Like, there was only one Rahel ult, and it actually didn't kill anybody, but just... I'm trying to get excited about this game, Valdez. We're trying, and, you know,
Did you say you were excited for DK?
No, I'm just saying I'm trying to get excited about the game 2, the game state, and a Moonlight Vigil is about all that can do it for me right now, and even that couldn't do it. So I pretend got excited a second time, even after it expired. So, you know what's really exciting is Rod of Age is about to finish. Wait for it.
Oh yes!
Hype!
What a moment.
We did it. We're level 14.
Level 14.
So,
This
Baron
is
is
not
up.
official caster? Wolf, are you not official caster?
I am official. Just may not seem like it right now. Okay, hold on. They're starting Baron up. Blue sandbox. No ult again for Vincenzo. They know it.
This could be an angle. I mean, Lucid's got some health bar issues. Fulbe is also taking a massive chunk as... okay, never mind. Lucid just going to bop that tree. The Cullen gets a nice amount of value done. They've got them corralled in as, unfortunately, he dashed into the enemy team, and that means he's DE.
Big Aqua Prison, though?
Yeah.
They got to take a little ride. Now, do you think they can end off this? I think they might, actually. Fulbe has teleport.
It's 21 minutes into the game.
I know,
Surely
but,
they
like,
can't end here.
They just win another fight instantly and win the game? Like, they might, actually. Was this the fastest Challengers game this season? Like, it might be if they ended. No. Backing away. I mean, they did end the game a long time ago. I just mean kill the Nexus, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But let's talk about this replay here. There's no Vincenzo ult. I think if he has ult here, this might actually work. Bible takes a ton of damage, but actually looks like he wanted to catch Vincenzo there, but it doesn't matter. Like back massage, and then Guti, watch this. Diablo and Guti are like, I would like to be out of here. I don't want to be here. Oh, the damage. Jace and Aphelios deleted. Or deleting them. They've said Control A, press delete to the health bars. I don't know about this. This game is killing me. 10,000 gold lead in 23 minutes.
Yeah. This one is a doozy. That's it. That's all I had to say.
Yeah. Liv Sandbox was so close to the 2-0 they couldn't get last time. We were so close to the first 6 gamer. You know? It all went wrong. We had a 2-0 Lucian.
Not making history tonight.
Yeah, I just want to go back to the innocent part with the 2-0 Lucian. I just want to go back to that. Can we just go back? Can we rewind like my Fire Emblem when I mess up and I accidentally lose my main character? Like, can I just rewind? I still got 8 of those left, right? I can just go back? No.
Bible
real
did
life.
miss a anchor.
Oh, angle here. Maokai follow-up?
Yeah, even the Nautilus has a stopwatch, so I don't believe that is going to do much of anything at all. The wallets are so heavy at this point in time that everybody is just getting steamboated.
Steamboated indeed. Well, those turrets about to get steamboated too with this next wave of Baron buff minions. And it's still going to be the fastest Challengers game, right? Right?
Yeah.
It was 25 minutes, right? The last one?
No, it's 21.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Rip.
Alrighty, down goes the
Nice
Nexus.
one, history to be made, Valdez.
No history tonight.
Nope.
Just a straight up plain best of 3. It's like a plain bagel.
It was the first time Rahel played Aphelios this season. History was made tonight.
Who do we vote for?
That's a good question. I kind of feel like mid is safe, but yeah, I'm just gonna vote mid. You can do whatever you want, Valdez.
I'd say that game was pretty mid, so I'm gonna vote for mid.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
18,000 damage on this Rice. He did a
He
lot of
did
damage.
more than Jace.
He got caught in that one team fight where we were like, ooh, this is bad, where they contested Drake. And that was 2 kills to a Lucian as well, and we were like, oh, this game looks like it is unwinnable. Look at the gold graph. Then tragedy struck. Like, their contest on that Herald opened the entire game up. Could have just let it go. Open the entire game.
We're being broccoli voters. Yes, I mean, he did a lot, though, outside of just damage. My other vote might have been for support. I thought
Yeah,
Vital had a great game.
That was basically the 2 for me. I thought Lucius had an okay game, like it was fine.
Yeah.
Also, Thanatos destroyed lane, but the game was just not about that actually at all. So, I mean, he did a lot of damage. It looked really cool, but
There might be some boom boom damage voters for him. for Thanatos.
Yeah, I think it's going to be either top, mid, or support, unfortunately, for Rahel. But he did make history tonight. First Aphelios win of the season.
Really?
Yeah. It was his first game this
Wow.
season.
Full
Hey! It might have been us. We might have broken the tie.
We did it.
We are the biggest mid voters. We're so mid.
We're so mad, man. I just feel like a giant broccoli right now.
Oh, we broccoli really hard.
5-1 and 11. Very clean game from our Rise player. Only his second of the entire split. Imagine that.
Crazy. I like Valdez, but he is so mid.
I'm just so mid, man. I can't
Well,
I can't handle it.
they chose red side.
They did.
I wonder if this means that Live Sandbox will try to pick it away from them in Game 3 to get maybe some counter pick options for like Tristana stuff if they want to hide it a little bit deeper, maybe an Annie. So we'll have to wait and see, Valdez.
The 6 gamers gone. History is not made. We will be back after the break.
더블킬. 포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
Hello and welcome back for the last game of the night as I accidentally chew on my tongue. We have been talking for
Don't
a
bite it.
long time and it has been 7 days in a row.
I mean,
so
look, it hasn't
we're
really.
running out of time, Wolf.
It hasn't really been that long tonight. I mean, it's only a 7-gamer.
Yeah, no, it's been
like
fine, yeah,
pretty,
sure.
pretty chill. Like it's actually a pretty easy day
Totally
so
fine,
far.
Yeah, oh, of course.
We
On
still haven't
God.
got. I want either a 6-gamer or a 9-gamer. 7
Mm.
games, I'm like
7 and 8
this
is
pretty
is
lucky.
so
Lucky number.
cringe, actually.
Lucky 7?
6, no, that's not a thing.
Yeah, no.
6 and 9, I think, are good, but
Pretty
7 or
nice.
8, pretty. Yeah, it's not very based. So we are gonna have to play this game 7 because DK were able to claw it back from the jaws of defeat.
I don't know how this last game is going to go. I don't think it's going to be a Tristana game where we're like, oh, like how ahead are they and what's the macro? Maybe we'll just see a normal game.
Whoa!
And I don't mean like you're like normals where you're like, oh, blind pick and nobody
Mhm.
picked jungle. This is the worst thing in my life. No, I mean like a like some standard game.
What animal is Live Sandbox?
Badger.
Badger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fits. I like
I
that.
think so.
Yeah, really hardworking. You know, swims a lot
Mm-hmm.
in the sand, of course.
I think it's like pretty reasonable. Someone
Yeah.
said beaver.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Not really,
it's
but
pretty similar,
Yeah,
but
like-
not really.
kind of cute. But like they don't The dam building, I just don't feel like Live Sandbox can make a good dam.
Live
I wouldn't
Sandbox
trust that.
selected blue side.
Yep. No subs. Substitutions. Yes, I did see the dermatologist partnership that was announced a couple hours ago. I liked the tweet.
Wait. Why?
It said, cool kids never panic, especially about their skin.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, cool kids never panic about their skin. Dermatology partnership. I'm always glad esports get more money, more sponsors. Get all the partnerships.
Yeah, that's true. Partnerships are great. Live
Sandstorm.
I almost said Live Sandship, actually. Slowly losing it. And here we are.
I'm quickly losing it. I'm losing it quickly. Not even slowly. Okay,
Will I
here we
get
go.
timed out for this star, star, star? Well, I don't know why star, star, star would time you out.
Yeah, we're cool with asterisk in the chat. You can type that. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Live Sandbox coach having a giggle.
He's having a giggle.
He's having a laugh. Okay, another ban on Lucid's Wukong. This is starting to seem absurd. There's a lot of other stuff you could ban and things you could prioritize here.
Heimerdinger ban on red
banned
side.
Heimerdinger banned when Varus is banned.
Why are we letting him? What is going on? I was gonna say, why are they letting him get Maokai again? And then he
Live
picks
Sandbox like
Sejuani.
Maokai was the Maokai was the problem. And then D Plus are like,
Maokai was the problem.
Aphelios was the solution. I'm like, wait. Don't first pick Aphelios. Hold on.
At this point, all the draft books are out the window. They just threw all their notebooks out. They're like, okay, we won with this guy before. Let's pick him again. Sure. Just play Maokai.
So we're just gonna pick R1 Aphelios, R2 Nilly. Is that what we're doing now?
No, it's gonna be Maokong. Maokong.
Maokong. Imagine Maokai like as he ults, like a bunch of Wukongs are spinning through the
That seems
the
very balanced.
roots.
Yeah.
All right, what's your response here, Live Sandbox? You have all the picks in the world. I mean, besides Varus, Caitlyn, you have pretty much everything. We're just gonna run it back.
Lucianami, Zeri Lulu.
No, just Lucianami. Lucianami, Aphelios, Nautilus.
Lucianami.
Oh, this trap.
Lunami.
It's gonna be Nautilus. He says, "Oh, Lulu, not today." Oh, that's not Nautilus.
That's not Nautilus.
That's an old support pick with Aphelios. Definitely a little bit less engage opportunities in lane, but can be able to stave off the pressure. A lot more survivability for Aphelios, who was dove many times in that last game. See if he takes cleanse too because of the Sejuani. Pretty decent chance. No rise for Pulbay. They're also Pulbay voters.
I mean, who isn't a Pulbay voter?
I don't
He's
know.
really pulling for those votes.
A,
B, C, D. Anyway, yeah, the Yone is an interesting ban.
Yeah.
Alongside of the Sejuani, I guess it kind of makes sense.
Alongside the Heimerdinger, which is also an interesting ban.
Yeah. Silas, also an interesting ban. Swain, a very interesting ban.
Yeah, I'm the Swain anti of the LCK Global casters. So for me, like on one hand, I think it's a terrible ban because I think the champ is bad in this meta. On the other hand, I'm happy we're not going to see him.
Nice, mixed feelings.
I get to win no matter what.
True.
Okay, we'll save that 5th pick for counter. Annie is still available. I don't think she necessarily fits this
It's
composition.
going to be Lulu mid.
No. All right, Gnar. This is fine.
Renekton
Gnar,
mid.
Azir. Gnar, Azir.
Just play Renekton mid and then draft.
Yeah, that's
Camille.
my speed right there. That's my tempo, as Valdez would say.
Yep. Not
Okay.
quite my tempo.
Oh, no, that
Oh.
ain't it. They're like saying, like, I know you're going to pick Akali into this. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Pullbait's going to pick Akali into this.
Bullby's going to pick Akali into this.
Yeah. Wait for it, guys. He's like, should I play Victor? They're like, nah, play Akali. He's like, what if I played Orianna? They're like, nah.
Play
He's like,
Akali.
I'm going to play Swain. They're like, it's banned. He's like, oh, okay, I'll play Akali, fine.
Wolf, it's almost like we do this for a living.
Yep. Yep.
Was Valdez rushing or dragging?
What does that mean?
What do you think, Wolf? Was I rushing or was I dragging?
What does that mean?
It's from Whiplash.
Oh.
He's like, it's not quite my
Ah,
tempo,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then he's like messing up.
No, I think Valdez
It
was
was like,
rushing.
were you
I think-
rushing or were you dragging?
Yeah, I think Valdez thinks Guti was rushing. I don't think Valdez was rushing or dragging. I think Guti was rushing because he picked Azir with Akali open.
Dragging D's drum beats, right? Yeah. That's how it is in the movie. Yeah.
All right, well,
Got him.
let's talk about these drafts. Which one do you think is better? D plus Kia?
Well, they have Maokai, so yeah, I'm gonna vote for D plus Kia.
I just was expecting you to say D plus Kia instantly, and I was like, be too cool. We don't have to talk about it anymore. But then you actually like thought, and then slowly said it, so it was a little bit awkward for me.
Well, you know, I just wanted to reiterate that if you have Maokai, you should win the game. So that's my
Maokai for the Mayo
official-
Nuggets.
my official prediction.
Where's the Maokai skin for Valdez? That has,
Mayo-Kong.
he throws Mayo Nuggets instead of saplings.
Ooh.
One day.
One day,
Riot, please.
Rito, please.
Let's hop into the Rift.
Let's hop into the Rift for game number 3. Wait, there's still a little bit of time.
Okay, it's time. Guitar riff. Wait for it.
Oh, it's like a weird synth guitar. Please, no more of those sounds, Wolf.
I just sound the same as a guitar.
True. Yeah. All right, guys. Looks like we're just about ready. Let's
All right,
hop
let's go.
into the Rift
Go.
for game 3.
You were a little bit late again.
No, I'm
you
doing
were
it on
dragging.
the beat.
You were dragging.
I was not. You were rushing 100%.
You were dragging. You were dragging.
I was not dragging. There is a beat, and you have to do it on the beat. It's not quite my tempo.
Okay, some Aftershock junglers.
Thoughts on Conqueror Azir?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, should be fine.
Pretty common to
Yep.
Akali.
미니언들이 생성되었습니다.
0 and 7. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot about this, dude. The
Oh,
legendary
no.
0-5 Guti who became a 0-6 Guti. We're here. He's 0-7. He could become 0-8 today. This is insane. This is
we are
Klid's-
making history.
Yeah, this is Klid Sejuani levels of unusual precedents.
It's reverse legendary champion score. Oh no, poor guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they were laughing. They're like, well, we're gonna pick you Azir again. I hope.
Into Akali open.
Hope you don't mess up.
Yeah.
It is always
For
catching
reference,
strays.
On this patch in the LCK before the end of the week, like Azir, the last time we checked the stat, he was like 13-2 in LCK. Like it's basically impossible to lose champ. We'll see.
How did Diablo just miss those 3 CS? What happened?
He
What's
didn't-
going on, buddy?
He didn't last hit them. That's why
You
he
have.
missed.
Okay. Yeah, so that's true. XDD over here that I'm casting with.
XDD over here that I'm casting with.
That's you. You're XDD right now.
Okay, you can call me that for the rest of it. Oh
He
my
missed
god!
another one.
He
He
missed
had
it
3
to
CS.
He missed it to dash and then not auto the guy. Oh.
Ah.
Oh, it's not great.
Ah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Casters need to sleep. Yes.
No, you know it's fine. You don't need
we
sleep
didn't
or
even
AI.
have we didn't even have Pog State recording last night. We're actually like We're just kind of dropping the ball, Valdez.
Oh, you missed another one.
Okay, this is
Wolf,
actually
I'm
starting.
gonna lose it.
This is actually like this is gonna be
Okay, you got it.
the Aphelios like
Man.
matchup where Lucian just misses CS. Like that's
just the thing.
the thing. Now the observers are starting to get worried. They're like, is he gonna miss it again?
Maybe he took wrong minor runes. I don't know. His timing just seems totally off. He's dragging for sure. Like that is very apparent. Because he's like not even.
I don't think he took wrong minor runes.
I
It's
don't
kind of
think
hard
so.
to mess that up.
I'm pretty sure he's just messing up the timing.
Is this a solo kill?
Hey, Bay. Okay, he's gonna back now. As he levels up and gets health.
Yeah, pretty bizarre that Lucid was not interested in helping out there. Could have been an easy turn, I think. Because he was heavily committing. I guess the idea is, you know, we don't know where Vincenzo is, so... This lane is a bust. Like, this is actually nasty.
How about a top dive here? We got Meganar coming in very soon.
How about no?
Lucid, where are you going? It's not the
You
way.
know, like Mike Myers, how about no? It's like, I don't know, like, what's going on? He's just like, I'm hanging out up here. Polbe's like, hey, Lucid, maybe some help, please? He's like, hold on, no, I'm about to dive Meganar up here. He's like, no, please, please, I have to back. He's making me back.
He just wanted to see what was going on in the top lane. He's like sampling it. Ah, seems like a pretty cool lane. I'm gonna leave now. Okay. Polbe is just the master of CSing with 0 health. What? Okay, he's probably fine actually.
He's fine. Goody has no mana.
Polbe cannon. Okay, he's still here.
He's still here.
Goody's like, God, man, just go home.
By the way, bot lane, the CS diff, still stacking.
Yeah. I mean, after you miss 3 and then you miss another one, it's almost like...
Goody's like, he's like, if I just took Ignite, man, I'd kill him. Like, I wish I took Ignite. Why would I take Teleport? I'm never going to back.
Yeah. Who needs teleport
Never
in this
going to
day
back,
and age?
ever. He's getting so much value out of Doran's ring.
Wow, is he actually going to back first? Cool.
Whoa, crazy. You got a pretty
Their
significant
names
CS lead.
change to Korean when they're recalling? It's just recalling in Korean.
Yeah, channeling.
Yeah, channeling, I guess. You know how, like, when you knock someone up, it says, like, knocked up or immobilized or whatever?
Yep.
This is not the opportune time to go for a gank.
We are playing on the Korean client, just to explain why that happens. Their names are written in English so that globally they could be understood, but as you see, level up pops up there in Korean, etc. That's why it is like that.
Did he miss another cannon?
I
guess so.
Yeah.
Chat's freaking out.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
It's okay. That's the way it goes.
And honestly, Polbe is the best of us. You know?
Is he the last of us?
No. Like, someone will be there after him.
Okay.
We already saw Saint this season, so...
That's good, I guess.
Yeah.
Do they have to write their name in Korean? You mean English? Yeah. Yes, they are. That's a rule.
I believe Academy does not, actually. But in Challengers, you do. And this is before we had a global broadcast.
Yeah, that's because Kevin can understand Korean, so it's okay for them to have it in Korean. And
Yeah, it's not a
Academy.
9-game day. We're still waiting on that.
It's not
for
even a
us.
6-game day.
I
Like, what are
know.
we even doing?
7 out of 9, man. This day is just a straight 7 out of 9.
Using the heal there. The Gnar into the wall is going to be nice, but Thanatos actually goes into his Dominus. It's better for CSing.
Yeah, he's going to see us real quick. Watch this. Woo!
Boom!
Got the cannon.
Wrecked.
Plus 69. Nice.
Nice.
Backing off.
Did you guys tell all your friends about the Challenger League stream, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know if they did, because I feel like more people would have shown up. You know, I feel like if we told everyone's friends, we'd have like 1 million viewers by now. Like, sport would spread like wildfire. You guys did not tell all of your friends. You told like maybe one, 1 out of 10 of you maybe told one person.
Yes.
I think we need to spread the word more, and I think more of you guys need to follow the stream.
Friends. I did, and now I don't have friends.
Well,
hey guys, we're your friends.
what sort of method did you use to tell them?
Yeah. Also, all these other people in the chat, they're your friends.
So, Valdez, if you were going to tell your friends about a Challenger stream, how would you do it? How would you break the news about Challengers? Would you be like, I have this thing I want to tell you about?
If I was really trying hard, I'd probably try to get like a good clip, like a crazy funny clip or something, and show it to them and be like, you guys got to watch, this is great. Or just take a picture of the drafts and be like, this league doesn't have any sense in it, so you might want to watch it. Should be fun.
That might scare people away. Now, what I would do is first I would buy a brand new car, and then I would also hide it somewhere, and then I would cover it with like wrapping paper and stuff, kind of like those car commercials in America with like a big bow on it.
Yeah.
And then I would offer to that friend or friends, but in this case one friend. Hold on, we're gonna have to see this Lucid ult first real quick.
No,
maybe not.
we don't.
Maybe not.
No, we don't.
And then I would tell them like, hey, I'm having this. I'm really glad you're my friend. Would you like to come over for a steak dinner? And I'd get the most expensive steaks I could think of, or that I could find. Okay, I always gotta pause for a second.
No, it's okay.
I had them over, have nice steaks, and then I would offer them the brand new car I'd bought for free, and I've already paid for the insurance too, and the taxes. And then I would say like, I've done all of this for you because I want to tell you about something that means a lot to me. Challengers, LCK Challengers, Korea.
Okay.
And I would say like, here the stream is twitch.tv/LCK CL Global 2023, and I'd like you to watch it Mondays and Tuesdays. You know, on Mondays starting at 2 p.m. KST.
Okay.
And on Tuesdays starting at 5 p.m. KST. So I've done all of these things for you. Please watch it. That's what I would do. Because I care about this league a lot more than you do, Valdez.
That's also called a bribe. So
no, I just want I care about this league more than you do, Valdez. You're just like, look at these drafts are weird, man. That's not how you sell it. That's why we haven't tripled our follower count this week.
The law, and I don't bribe random people.
It's not a bribe.
You're like, oh, here's this car.
Okay, but what's
and by the way, you should do this for me.
But it's not a crime to ask someone to watch something or to. That's not bribery, Valdez.
I think that technically falls under bribery.
Does it?
Yeah.
But what am I gaining from this except their passion?
I don't know. I mean, that's up to interpretation, right?
Your chair broke as you said that, so I know it's not true.
I accidentally made myself go down real quick. It would be vague. It wouldn't hold up in court. Okay, so Cosmic Panda 195, the lawyer, has told us. I'm going to have to run this by a chronicler. Oh, a nice little flash. Trying to 100 to 0, and yes, Pulpe will just die. Not respecting the Sejuani.
Yep, and that's going to be a...
That's what happens.
Big drop of the Rift Herald here in the mid lane. It's a lot of money. This Akali is 30 CS behind. Like, while I was telling that really boring and long story, I enjoyed it. I mean, thanks. You did call it a bribe, which I thought was kind of weird and aggressive, but like...
It is. I mean, you know.
I'm just trying to grow our viewership, Valdez. I care about this league more than you anyway. This is a really clean engage. Nice flash there. This is...
What's going on down here? That is a gigantic Lucian. He was so large.
His health bar was not, but it's okay.
Or not Lucian. Aphelios. It's been a long day.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think Luce on this team. I was like, I don't know why he's calling. I thought you were calling it big like it was a joke, but yeah, all right. And then because I also forgot the Aphelios was huge.
Nice.
Okay, so anyway, the bot lead feeling less and less significant when you start to look at the mid lead here. Remember, this is a blind Azir pick. Even got the scuttle. Are we at the innocent point of the game where we're like, oh, there's no way Liv Sandbox lose this game, right?
No way.
The innocent part. 500 gold up, man. This Azir is fed. This Akali is a no-go. Akali is about to get eclipsed in CS by Lucid's
surely,
Maokai.
like, this is over, right? Have you seen the O Cage business emote?
No. No.
It's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good one. Just letting you know.
I
At some
have.
point in your life, you're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, okay.
This is like a
I like that.
BTTV emote.
You know, honestly, I'm not sure where it's from. Actually, one of my friends on Discord sent it to me.
Okay.
They like used it in a chat we were having.
I'm
And
gonna
they're
have
just
to.
like, there's such and such and such O Cage business. I'm like, what the hell is that thing?
Are we gonna have to have the conversation again about like? Hold on. It's the bubble.
No, that's a bubble.
Are we gonna have to have a conversation about the like? That's very cool. Colon right parentheses. Like, I'm very happy for
Less
you.
than
Up
3.
carrot underscore up carrot.
Up carrot. What?
Valdez doesn't know what an up carrot is.
I do. Okay, this is a lot of wombo combo.
That's a big Aphelios, but this time he's dead.
Did he even auto once?
Aphelios?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
he
kind of
ulted.
like the state of the game is like, okay, like how can we 100-0 this guy as cleanly as possible?
No, I think both of these teams throughout the series have played really nervous, and for Live Sandbox, that kind of makes sense, you know, considering, especially in game 2, like they had a huge lead and they're like, oh my god, we might beat D plus Kia, and then some mistakes were made, right? But I think in this game, they're playing very confidently. They've got a great start, much like their parent team, the LCK Live Sandbox, where with confidence this team seems to play way better. And D plus are the ones who look scared. And this bottom duo is playing with Bible, who hasn't been the main support for a really long time. They also are playing very timidly and kind of messed up these situations. Like, he doesn't have flash. They have a ward in the bush. And he dashes too late.
Clean.
Yeah, that was clean. But beyond this play, like the way that Pulbe is playing this game, it feels like so uncharacteristic of D plus Kia.
Oh man, I'm catching heat from the betters, Wolf.
Oh.
They're like, uh-oh, you pick Maokai's, you instantly lose, actually, dumb caster.
Oh, I've seen that guy in the chat already before.
Yeah. You know,
Very clear
that's
better.
just the way it goes. But I'm just going to say that's probably like a 10 out of 10 cringe. No cap.
Probably, maybe don't spend your money that way. You get upset about it. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want, as long as it's legal in your country. I did not condone it. So, this group up for the Rift Herald here, as Thanatos looking for an engage, does have flash here. Got to be careful with positioning. Guti.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna turn.
He's getting in there. And, okay, he's going to be knocked up and out of the shroud, and down he goes.
That's how you deal with a flanking Akali. That was clean. No mythic
Wow.
for Pulbe, by the way, at 16 minutes here. This is a disastrous game. It might be Guti's first win of Azir.
The 1-in-7
Against
dream.
against D plus Kia in game 3, blind Azir, where he was chuckling because he's like, I know Pulbe's going to pick the Akali. They even like showed the Akali just to be like, I know you're going to do this. That's the Herald. And this is, again, D plus Kia trying to set for a flank. The Akali doesn't have money. A little bit timid on the Renekton engage because they could have pulled the trigger way faster. He didn't have Prowler's Claw in that fight, I don't think, but he still has Flash and could have engaged onto Guti or maybe Diablo there. Force the fight to turn, win. Then, after that, Akali comes through. But instead, they just collapse on the Akali. Gets seen by this control ward. Clean play. And they just use everything on it. Tidal Wave, Bubble misses, but Tidal Wave into Emperor's Divide, and Vincenzo gets in there with the ult.
Poor guy.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yes, history
100
will
to
be
0.
made. You know that's right. Potentially.
Yeah,
Let's not get ahead of
potentially.
ourselves. I mean, it's only a 2,000 gold lead. But history could be made tonight.
This could be the moment we've all been waiting for as well.
Why is Pulbe a bad name? Tell me about that.
He's
Spain
full
F.
Bays. That's a good name.
Spain F is such a bad name.
Hey, man, that's toxic.
No, I'm kidding. Why is it a bad name, though? Yeah, he doesn't have a response.
He will. Hold on. Give him a chance.
No, I don't want negativity in our chat. That's why I instantly became toxic back.
Yeah, it's perfect. Just keep the ball rolling, you know? The toxic ball.
Lucid is trying to maybe have a flash engage here on the Diablo. It's not going to be lucky. He's on a ward.
Is Warmonk's first normal for Sedge? Yes.
Yes. Especially into a comp like this, where you're dealing with Maokai all the time. It's very annoying. Just allows you to heal back up. Once that...
Oh, that was a cute little one.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Big damage.
Nice.
He didn't say anything. Did I mess up? Like, was I tuned in back there?
Yeah, he's left the chat already.
Man, after all, everything I was talking about what I do to get a Challengers viewer, maybe I went too far back there.
Oh, you typed something and it got immediately deleted.
Wait, what
by
did he? What
by
did he
Nightbot.
type? Wait, hold on, chat. What did he type? Someone who has like the add-on. What did he say?
He's trying to fight toxicity with toxicity. So you know, Nightbot had to delete it. Whatever he typed.
Well, I mean, don't say it. What he said. You'll get banned too.
Wait, Bible just.
빨간 팀의 포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
Okay, Rahel just lost 2/3 of his health bar, and Bible
Yep,
self
Culling is pretty good. They're trying to get him here onto Lucid, who is now going to die.
What is going on?
What is that? Wait, why did he flash away from?
I guess just didn't want to get hit by a backflip. I think backflip was up. I don't know what he said, but
Bay is a swear word in Danish. Okay, I see. Well, it's not a swear word in English or Korean, so I think we're good.
Well,
빨간
sorry
팀의
you thought it was
포탑이
terrible, man.
파괴되었습니다.
You know what is
Hi,
terrible?
Mushi Zach.
Not Mushizak, he's not terrible, but what is terrible is the state of the game here for D+ Kia. They are 4,000 gold now behind. Gave up all control over the map.
Uh-oh, Pule doesn't have his ult. Can he still get the kill? He missed one Q.
Guti is just not, he doesn't have enough vision in this area. He's not willing to mess around with this. Wise choice. Guti also kind of playing a little bit scared here now. But, I mean, again, if you don't know, you don't know. Don't throw away your lead. Don't lose to the Sakali. You're already so massively ahead. Why try to force a 1v1 and outplay when you could just walk away?
Who do you think wins from here? Are you going to go for Live Sandbox?
Yeah, I think I will. I will actually. I will be naive. I will. You know what? I will be naive. I will be
naive.
childlike in my decision. I will look at a game state that says two kills early for Lucian, 2 kills early for Nazir, 4,000 gold lead, a Drake up, stacking towards Hex Tech, and go, you know what? I'll be foolish and I'll say I think this team's gonna win. I will make a silly choice. Yeah. I will believe in what we understand to be true in competitive League of Legends.
You can't stop him. The Mad Lad. Wow. When's the last time anyone said Mad Lad? Is that even a thing that people say? Or am I just a boomer?
So. I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just a boomer.
Okay, one more time. One more time.
One more time for the boys. And for anyone else, of course. We're inclusive here, you know. Guti is running away from this as Pulbe is not going to pull the trigger.
빨간 팀의
Got the whole
포탑이
turret, and
파괴되었습니다.
now that he sold it so well, they're like, oh, I guess he wasn't there. But he is. But he's backing, it's fine. Well, good try, Pulbe. Their tactic did not
Good
work.
effort, good effort.
Good effort, good hustle, good hide on bush.
Mm-hmm. We'll be first and second place in the LCK. Well, T1 will be first.
Yeah, I think that's pretty
Live
reasonable.
Sandbox will be second.
K2 Rolster. No, I think it's going to be T1 and Gen.G. KT and Live Sandbox will be tied for third. We'll have to play a tiebreaker.
No tiebreaker needed, actually. Bruh.
So
파란 팀의
we're at a
포탑이
bit of a lull state.
파괴되었습니다.
2.5 minutes until this next break. D Plus do not have great items to actually contest this right now. The Aphelios has 2, but doesn't have a great front line in this comp. Like the Prowler's Claw Renekton isn't going to be able to keep up with the pressure. He built that because he was hoping he was going to be able to, with the Akali, dive onto these carries, but now that they're behind, feels not so great. He does have a Black Cleaver now too, but again, not going to be great for survivability. I hate that sound.
What is that
Here in our
noise?
studio. That's no, that's from the pool hall upstairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very annoying. Sometimes it
sounds
beeps,
like a
sometimes
car.
it blips. Yeah, it sounds like a car, like somebody left their keys in the car
Yeah.
with the door open or something like that. Or like the train is approaching on
It like
Tokyo
beeps when
subway
you don't have your
system.
seatbelt on now.
Yeah, sounds like that. And sometimes it bleeds through our ceiling, but you guys can't hear it luckily.
Maybe I'm just hearing things now.
200 years until this Aphelios comes online? Yeah, maybe.
About, approximately. And we have seen Live Sandbox struggle with leads like this before. Yes, it has happened. This time they're playing it very slow, which is probably the right thing to do. I mean, if anything, in Challengers, you should probably err on the side of caution rather than just going, full sending it like they usually do.
Yeah. Okay, Lucid. He has no vision here. Pulbay once again trying to set a trap, but he spent so much time doing this. He's 70 CS down. He still has 1 item. Like, who are you catching? Who are you flanking anymore in this game? He'll die to Lucian. I mean, not actually, but practically.
Yeah. He's on the run. He should be fine at the end of the day. Just gonna run his way out.
I mean, the more you do stuff like this and have to back, though, the more power Live Sandbox got on the map. D Plus trying to pull them away from Baron to start this Drake. But unfortunately, they don't actually have enough control to do this.
Okay. Gonna get a nice amount of damage there at the end. And this Hextech Drake, as you mentioned, this is gonna be a big one
Yeah.
for all the marbles.
I think Live Sandbox are willing to give 1 for Baron, but I don't know if they should be because they don't have to, actually. They can force a fight. Like, they are so ahead right now.
Looks like they're gonna start it and look for a turn,
Yeah.
potentially. 5v5, they should be in a good spot as long as Diablo doesn't take any more damage. Looks like he should be okay.
Dahlia with a good Narbar.
Oh, and they're trying to proc it here as Pulpe is going like to the other game or something. Okay, he's able to get back in. He's going to game 4.
There was no follow-up damage for the Snar at all. Still have Emperor's Divide, but D plus Kia stopped the Baron successfully and get out of here. Now
Yeah.
there's no Narbar. Like, I think that went about as well as it could have for D plus. Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like, they just didn't want to take any risk at all. Like, that is just, I don't know what they said to Live Sandbox after game 2, but they're like, okay, we're going to get a lead and then we're going to do nothing with it. Nothing meaning, like, no mistakes, no anything. They're going in, they're going to poke on a Lucid. There is the flank as a really nice Emperor's Divide. It comes in, and the freeze on a Thanatos was perfect timing. But still a ton of low health bars here for Live Sandbox, and DK are actually just going to run at the streak.
Wow. You and I are just over here scratching our heads at this one.
Literally.
I feel like the fight there that they forced, the initial one with the Gnar, was actually really good for them.
Do Baron.
Okay. If you attack that ward, they know
Yeah,
you're
they
there.
can see you now.
Probably should have not touched that one, but,
Yeah, they're not going to do it.
well, I mean, they can just not attack this one.
But okay, they are going to do it.
Oh, man, this team is really choking a little bit here right now. They could still win this game with a good turn. No Emperor's Divide.
Okay, turn is good. Lucid in a bit of trouble. He has to flash away. Dahyuk with the Mega Gnar. He's going to come in and get Rahel against the wall. Throws a house at him and takes him down.
Clean.
Lucid is going to... Right? No, yeah, he does. As Guti soldiers will follow up. And Dahyuk is still fighting here. As Thanatos is like, please take me with you. I would love to also go down. Pulbe was, he's just hanging out over here on the left side. And down he will go. That is 4 more kills to the side of Live Sandbox and a Baron.
They were so slow with how they decided to play this out. They were very calm, though, about the turn. And it was Dahyuk. And Dahyuk is probably going to get my POG if they end up winning this game because he's been the most decisive player. Both this fight and the previous one they tried to set up were set up by him. Look at the Snarbar timing. He turns really quickly here with the hop. And Rahel is forced out. The tidal wave also stops Lucid and Bible, who take tons of damage. This fight is so split. And Dahyuk doesn't hesitate, eliminates the enemy AD carry, and that's the end of the fight. Pulbei can do nothing here. There's nothing he can do to save this team. And then Dahyuk continues to chase, finds Thanatos here, and then sets up for an additional kill. Like, and I don't know why Pulbei is still trying to do this here. This is just such an off day for him. And Pulbei has been one of my favorite Challengers players to watch for so long, and he is normally much better than this. But I've been hearing rumors like, yeah, he's a little bit off these days, whatever. I don't want to believe it. Like, when they put Saint in, okay, hold on.
That's okay. Didn't get the Aphelios.
When they put Saint in, I was like, this is wild, right? And
yeah,
you know, people were like, well, Pulbei's had some rough performances, and like some of those games we didn't watch, like, you know, we didn't cast. I don't think they were cast at all. A lot of them were off stream, but I could see it in this game. You know, I mean, he's really trying to flank. He's really trying to make something happen, but he spent half the game like on the wrong side of the map, not getting CS, not getting a second item, and he's now 2 items down. You never see like a mid gap like this.
Yeah, it's turned into a big issue for sure. The Akali, like, he looked pretty good in the last fight, like right before the Baron, and then yeah, just very strange positioning. It's almost like he's trying to do too much. You know, like he's trying to make up for some lack of confidence, or at this point it's just damage, and it's not gonna help, not gonna do much for this.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been side laning and then trying to, you know, collapse or teleport. He still had his teleport. He does not have it now, but he has had it a lot of this game where he was just going behind the scenes trying to pull something off. And I look at this game state now and I'm like, is there any way? I mean, big Velios ult with the Maokai setup, and maybe with this stopwatch Pulbei pops off, but he needs that second item, and he's just so far away from it.
Yeah.
He spent so much money on the stopwatch it delayed his second item, and I don't know how much value he's going to get out of that outside of maybe trying to 1v1 a Lucian, which should never happen the rest of this game, and the Baron buff is up.
Is there any way, bro, this is Challengers? I mean, I don't know. Like, if DK were putting up more of a fight, I would agree. Like, with the idea that, you know, okay, this is Challengers, like anything can happen. Live Sandbox could still throw from here, like DK is a good team, etc. But DK looked very deflated, you know.
Yeah, this is not the kind of DK that I'm used to.
Yeah.
Discussions to be had about a perfect game if those Drakes aren't taken as well. I mean, this is like no turrets, no kills. No Baron.
Any game can be thrown. True.
Any game can be thrown, but I just don't see it right now.
Yeah, they're playing it really safely as well, I think, is the biggest thing, right? Maybe DK are not used to this. They're like trying to do crazy things because they're like, oh, Live Sandbox will probably overextend at some point, but Live Sandbox are like, no, we won't.
It's so bizarre because earlier I wanted to almost criticize Live Sandbox for being so safe and so careful, but I really champion it now because it's been one of the winning conditions. I don't know if this works out the way you think it does, Pulbei.
Here's Banshee's Veil, and you're under a turret. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Not at this point in the game. I mean, I guess he got an Emperor's Divide, but
I love that Guti is also just like, nah, I'm not chasing here. You know, I don't know what's out there. I don't have any vision. The top of the map is dark.
He doesn't need that kill.
Nope, he doesn't.
He's rich enough.
He's so ahead.
He's 4 items.
And he's going to have a soul point now. Baron's up in 2 minutes. I think that's going to be the last fight that D+ gets to take, where it's not going to be a fair fight, but they can at least walk up to the pit and say, maybe we win this game. Maybe a miracle happens. 10,000 gold down.
Oh boy.
Void Staff's done. Void Staff and Shadow Flame.
Is it Mejai's next? What do you think?
I mean, cost efficiency wise, like probably for the stats you're going to get if you continue to win this game like this. Maybe the fastest item you can buy next.
You'd have to sell the Dark Seal to buy a Rod if you're going towards a Death Cap as well, so that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I think it is Mejai's. If he buys another item this game, he might just not. Pulbei is just sitting on the flank for 32 minutes this game. The Banshee's Veil has been popped. So, I mean, there's 2 stopwatches, 3 stopwatches.
Oh,
excuse me,
here we
4.
go. DK are pressing their buttons, and actually, perhaps a flank that might work out. I mean, he gets in, very nice stopwatch. And he is going to have to get out immediately, as
4
Diablo is insanely tanky.
4 stopwatches still up for Live Sandbox, by the way.
Damagey.
Yeah. Guti did 56 damage in that exchange.
Nice.
But like, now you're going to try to do it again. This time you don't have stopwatch. They all still do. You don't have a big ultimate you can use to pair with this. Maybe a wild growth.
All right, let's see it.
Some say Pulbe is still flanking.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, he like went to flank and he doesn't even have full health. Like, his Maokai doesn't have ult anymore. It's almost like
I'm going to be checking
really trying to force it.
I'm going to be checking my side mirrors tonight to see if Pulbe is flanking on my way home.
Yeah. Somebody said earlier he's not flanking. He's just trying to get a flank steak. It was a really dumb joke.
That was a wolf. That's a wolf joke
I thought
right
I should
there.
share it with you.
Yeah, you know that's what I like.
All right. Hello, goodbye. No boots for Lucian. No need for boots.
He has been Flame Horizoned. Or perhaps
Wow.
he has Flame Horizoned himself because he has spent almost no time farming this whole mid game. Now we're in late game. He hasn't been farming. He is still flanking.
What do you think? 200 years? Are we going to see it again? There's an angle. A lot of the members of Live Sandbox have to get in pretty close range to deal with the Achilleos. Yes, the Achilleos.
I'm going to give you the tasteless answer. It's not impossible, Valdez, but with the lack of map control here.
All right, let's see it. The Gnar comes in, a massive Gnar into the wall, and the Wombo combo is so legit. It is perfect. Blue ult comes down, and Pulbe disappears as double kill now to the Azir, double kill to the Lucian. And will we have a full house on top of this game?
Pull back, pull back. Pull back, zoom out. Let me see that Pulbe flank. Where is he? He's still flanking, right?
Where is Pulbe? Who are these players?
This was a really great series for Live Sandbox. Honestly, 3 great early games.
Oh no, he's dead too. Well, at least he gets to use his stopwatch. But down he goes, and that's going to do it. Live Sandbox 13-0. 0 kills. None.
None.
Nada.
No kills.
Nothing.
No kills.
And Live Sandbox come out and play one of the cleanest games of Challengers I have ever cast.
Are you voting mid or top? Because I was thinking top after
I
that
gotta
last
vote.
play, and now it's really hard for me. I think
Probably top, yeah.
I think I'm going top, yeah, because
I think top is safe.
like Guti, he had a great game in the laning phase. He was very timid in the mid game, but he just wasn't gonna mess up. Look at the coaching staff coming over, and the D+ player is not too happy about this one, but that was,
Yeah.
I mean, they had the Akali counter pick, fell 30 CS behind in the early game. There's just uncharacteristic mistakes, but also, again, Live Sandbox 3 back-to-back games, but they played the early game incredibly well. Game 2, they still managed to mess up the mid game and throw their lead and lost ultimately, but all 3 games they had a really great control.
Yeah. No, it's especially in game 3. Like, it feels like they really mastered the type of game style they were trying to play there at the end. So, I'm sure a lot of people expected DK to take this one, and they'll probably be surprised that Live Sandbox kind of made them look silly, to be honest. And it's part of the reason why DK are really unhappy. Like, you can see it on their faces. It's very visible. Like, that is not the game they're looking to have coming into round 2.
No, definitely not.
Live Sandbox are great. Like, they played really great, and that's awesome. But also, KT, in my mind, definitely first place now.
So we didn't get history was made with a 2-0 for Live Sandbox. We didn't get the 6-game night. But what we did get was Guti's first win on the Azir.
Hey.
And we got Live Sandbox taking out D+ this time. Did not get reverse swept. They prevented it. They brought us to a series where they're now the 2nd team to have defeated D+ Kia this season. Really unexpected result, but the way we got there was up and down. Like, there were certainly some great moments. There were certainly some shaky moments. And
So it's not a perfect game though, because they got two
Two
dragons,
dragons,
right?
yeah.
So, I mean, I guess technically in some sense, because they didn't get any kills and they didn't get any towers, right? No Barons, no Elders, no Heralds even, but they did get those 2 Drakes, so they got something, but close
For
enough.
me-
Close enough. It's
for
fine.
me, I know this is a big debate, but for me, like, I think a perfect game is defined as no towers, no kills, no Drakes, no Elders or Barons.
Yeah.
Herald is fine, and plates are fine. Because when perfect games were defined, those things didn't exist.
Yep.
So, to me, that's it. Elder is a Drake, so it counts in that regard. So, for me, I'm like, no, if there's no
Big
towers,
objective.
no Drakes, no kills, it's a perfect
No
game.
death game. It's like extremely close. Like it was only 2 Drakes, right?
Yeah, just 2
So-
Drakes. And those were Drakes that Live Sandbox didn't contest. So,
Man, you know, I'm just having a great time casting with you here, Wolf, and
Yeah, me
also
too.
just banning a bunch of nerds in the chat.
me too.
You know, I just love. I just have so much fun when somebody says something really stupid in the chat and I get to ban them.
Watch them disappear. Hold on, Valdez is doing it.
Yeah, we're typing it in. Just, you know, it's taking
Next
me a while. I
time,
gotta do
next
this with
time
one hand.
you make a wager, you won't be able to complain to us about it.
Yeah. Goodbye.
There he goes. He disappeared.
Oh, see you later.
He disappeared.
Ooh, nice having you.
It's okay, Nightmare. You're allowed to say something really stupid in
Yeah.
the chat.
Hope you rethink your life. Ah. Okay.
All right, that's me, Valdez.
That's
I mean,
tough.
I do tend to agree though.
Yeah, just, you know, be respectful, right?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
We are gonna get the POG reveal in a moment. I think they're still calculating because it's probably a split vote between top, mid, maybe even bot, honestly. But I for me, I'm like
Yeah,
top,
you know.
top and mid because it was a really shaky early game for Live Sandbox in the bottom lane, but they did turn it around. Gucci actually gonna get it.
He finally gets his first win, and this is his 4th POG. You
Yeah.
know, this team doesn't have that many wins, but man, Gucci, he's finally able to get a POG, and this time on Azir.
It's crazy.
What a
like,
day.
We had this narrative literally last time they played against D+. We're like, oh man, Gucci's Azir, he just can't get it done. Like, and then they come back and win it this time on the Azir. Into the Akali, he was clearly nervous about playing into, but he did not stutter. He did not make any mistakes in the laning phase. Fulbe was just kind of stuck under turret there, fell behind in CS, and then just decided he was gonna it was like he took it personally. He's like
Yeah.
chasing Gucci around the map and then just losing all farm and never catching up.
Yeah,
Great
it was
game
pretty
from Live
rough.
Sandbox.
Pretty rough for Pulpe. I'm sure that he can bounce back, or maybe we'll see some more Saints. You know, quite obvious it wasn't DK's game. I think the series was overall fine from them, but game number 3 was definitely a little bit of a yike. And Live Sandbox played great, so really got to give them credit. So yeah, that was Monday. That was 3 series.
3-game Monday. Tomorrow is a 2-game Tuesday. It's going to
Two-match
be
Tuesday.
2-match Tuesday. Could be up to 6 games, but 2 matches, and it will be Chronicler and Atlas tomorrow.
Yeah, the Chronatlas.
Yes,
Yeah, Chronic Cackler.
as he is very commonly called.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to meme Atlas's name.
yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah,
You can spell it in funny ways, but you can't. But it still sounds the same, so you can't.
like baldless.
Well, I was just gonna say like Atlas, like ATLISS or something. You know, you can
yeah.
spell it in funny ways.
Tomorrow is our one day off, yes. Well, Wolf is working anyway.
It's my day off of League of Legends, but I'm doing other work tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'm you know, it's gonna be 6-hour day for me, pretty chill. You know,
Yeah.
I get some sleep, and I'm most excited for going back to LCK on Wednesday. We got banger games this week. We might get a look at the schedule in a moment. No, we're not, because today's Monday. We'll have a look at it tomorrow.
True.
We got Telecom War this upcoming week. We got KT getting super tested, Live Sandbox as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be
gonna
a
be a great
good
week.
time for finding out where we sit in the top 6 of the LCK.
That's very true. Very true. We'll just have to wait until those games happen, though. If you guys are curious, we are waiting here for the interview, as we always
Yeah.
do. Most of you guys are veterans by now. You know what's going on. But there's like that one guy who's like, "Hey, why are they just sitting here talking?"
You just
What's
said,
going
I know you're going to watch CL. It's true, because I'm going to be finished with my work around the time that CL is starting. So I'm going to get
Yeah.
home. And I'm
Did
gonna
you
check
know
it
that
out.
Malphite is a mountain?
That one seemed pretty clear to me. That one, I
He's
was
like
like, he looks,
actually a mountain.
yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about being really scared by a big giant tree running at you. Yeah, if I saw a big mountain running at me, it would look like Malphite,
Yeah.
and I'd be scared of it. And if he rolls a big mountain tire at me,
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call that. I just always think of
It's like a tire, yeah.
I always think of Malphite's Q as a tire.
Kind of looks like that. He rolls it. It's like a little bowling ball, maybe. Perhaps.
But it's like very flat, you know.
Yeah.
It's like he's rolling
like
a pizza
thin,
dish at me.
Kind of.
But it's
forbidden cheese wheel.
forbidden cheese wheel.
It's very forbidden. Would you rather fight 100 Teemo-sized Cho'Gaths or 1 Cho'Gath-sized Teemo? Probably a Cho'Gath-sized Teemo, because Teemo himself, like, what he brings to a fight is not related to his size, really. It's more related to his weapon. And yeah, he'd have, like, gigantic poison darts, but I think at least that would be better than 100 little Cho'Gaths running around.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think we win either way, though. To be honest, I'd rather just not fight either of them. I think I'm on the retreat.
House-sized mushrooms.
House-sized mushrooms.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but, you know, if we're fighting it, we'll probably be able to deal with that.
Valdez is like, and then I got my sniper rifle, and I was like hiding in it, like 5 miles away, and like and like now Teemo is Cho'Gath size, so it's really easy to pick him off. I'm like, all right, this is like you thought about this a lot, haven't you?
I set a bunch of traps, and that's the way it goes.
You like can see which direction he's moving because he keeps putting his house-sized mushrooms down. You're like, he's moving east.
He's very spot. You know, you're not gonna lose him. That's for sure. He's very large. Is there any champion you think you could take in a fight IRL? Can you guys high five? We did it.
Any champion I could take in a fight IRL?
Probably a bunch, actually. I mean,
Yumi?
We're not really. Yeah, Yumi is one of them.
You think you could beat Seraphine in a fight?
She has a lot of technology on her side, though.
How fast can you run? You're gonna have to run past you're gonna have to run past those abilities.
And
then her
I'm
passive
a good runner.
is gonna zap
I'm definitely
you.
a good runner. That's like one of my strengths, you know. A melee minion. And he has Tibbers, though, so that's not really, like, viable.
Who else?
Doesn't really
Who
count.
else?
Zoe.
I think I could reason with Tarek. I think he'd stop. I think he'd
Tarek's
surrender.
the chillest champion.
I think I could
in the
just be
game.
like, hey, we don't need to fight. He
yeah.
would just surrender. He'd be like, you can even have the win. I'd be like, yeah, no, it's no offense, but like Chad asked me to do this, so I just can you like surrender so it's cool and like just give me the W, you know?
He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, bro, I got you. He starts talking about gems. You're like, okay, whatever. I already got the win, so.
There's some door slamming going on.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's windy outside, so when people are opening doors, like the wind and the pressure is like slamming doors. It's very windy.
That's the way it goes.
It is also very cold for me to drive home today.
How many degrees is it now?
-3, but it's probably dropping to -5 by the time I get to the parking garage. It's going to be a chilly ride.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
When I was like about 10 minutes of the way here, I was like, it's gonna be a bad night.
Is Monte Cristo coming back?
Coming back where?
Is he coming back? They're like doing construction somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on. It's really loud.
Yeah.
I'm like starting to get nervous.
No, we're fine.
I mean, not really, but kind of like.
Can all 4 of you get together and record a LOL themed album?
Maybe.
Maybe eventually. I think probably.
Is everything going to be okay, Valdez?
Yes, it's fine. Are you guys in Gen.G T1 dorm? No. Pulp or no pulp? Both are fine for me. What about you?
I'm a no pulp. Yeah. Pulp Fiction, yes. Pulp on my orange juice, no.
Which tree are you more scared of, Maokai or Ivern?
I feel like I have a better chance of outrunning Maokai. No, Ivern, no way. Have you seen that guy's legs?
Yeah, but whatever. Like,
I mean, there's a lot.
Maokai's gonna twist and advance on you.
Well, I mean, not if I maintain my spacing.
Just have good spacing for him.
No, I mean, look, I already told you I'm going to run away from the tree as soon as I see him, so I'm just going to keep the spacing there. And then I feel like he's going to get tuckered out. Ivern, man, he's going to like catch up with me in 2 steps, and then he's going to put bushes everywhere, and it's going to be a whole thing. He's ranged. He's got Daisy.
Yeah, Ivern can definitely run really fast. That's for sure. It's been a while since we got any poems from Mal. Make sure to tweet at him and make sure that he knows. Do you think you can outrun nature's grasp?
No. If Aphelios can't, like, I definitely can't. But I think I could maybe sidestep it.
Ivern has a golem friend. Daisy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's her name. Like, please use my name.
That's true.
This is giving off pre-recorded vibes. Yes, very pre-recorded.
No, I mean, I'm just a little bit like I have no idea what is going on, but a lot of loud sounds are happening, and I'm trying. And then somebody was yelling on our floor, so I'm not sure what's going on. I'm just trying to ascertain.
Annie's stepsister was called Daisy. Coincidence? I think not. Beat Tryndamere easily? No, I don't think so. No, I think he would probably attack me.
I think he'd probably get angry about that.
Yeah. There's like a rhinoceros running through this building, okay?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Guys, we love you. If something bad happens to us,
yeah, I think we're just.
I just wanted you to know that. I think some pool tables are getting moved or something.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
Something like that. Maybe they're having a fight up there. That would be pretty cool. We just leave and we just come out. There's a bunch of Adjusties yelling at each other.
Somebody breaks so hard that like it makes that sound. I don't know. These are today's results. It was unfortunately not the first 6-gamer, which would have been really cool for us and like really funny for Atlas and Chronicle having the first 9-gamer. But 2-0, 2-0, and then Live Sandbox not getting reverse swept this time, putting D plus Kia to a 9-2, and therefore putting KT Rolster in solid first place.
Yep, 10-1, 14 indicator score. By and far the best team we have right now, especially with DK underperforming. Live Sandbox, maybe they can climb into playoffs contention. You know, we're only halfway through, so there's still time.
So
there you go.
Asked about Pog, by the way, just to update, because we originally thought there was only 5 votes, 2 of us and 3 Korean commentators. There's actually some observers and some other people who vote. There's like 12 or 14 people who vote on challengers, so it's not as simple as we thought, but we submit our votes by text message to the vote collector, whereas Atlas and Chronicle actually submit theirs by paper. A little bit of trivia. They actually they don't like doing
that's
the texting.
Weird.
We do the texting.
That's like a YouTube chat style thing. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it is.
They're YouTube chatters.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Yeah, it's such a YouTube chat move.
More voters than LCK?
It's either about the same or a little bit more. I actually could have told you last week, but I don't remember now.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to say it's like 12 or 14, but here's the matchups for tomorrow.
These are a couple of good games.
Yeah. HLE expected to win this, T1 expected to win this, but T1 slumping a little bit, and Nongshim, Calyx looking pretty decent.
Yeah.
Anything is possible, but I know it could be a fast day of games if both T1 and HLE play up to their potential.
That is very true, but it is challengers after all. Anything could happen. Nongshim and DRX could both win.
Live Sandbox just beat D+.
Yeah, that did happen. So make sure you guys are tuning in. You know, I'll probably pop into the chat sometime, and I would guess that Wolf will as well, just to say hi and of course to troll the commentators, because that's really our main job.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
I thought Chronicle and Atlas didn't do that much trolling today. They really just looked out for themselves and stayed away from the game for a day.
Chronicle was like very nice and respectful. Weird.
We were just trying to tease him about, you know,
should have trolled us a little bit. You know?
Yeah. He could have really like said something absurd and we would have totally believed it.
Yeah. I mean, he had such a great opportunity. He just didn't make the most of it.
Yes, tomorrow we will have Atlas and Chronicler, as mentioned.
Yeah. They do speak English as far as I can tell. I mean, Atlas is sometimes a little shaky.
He
sometimes goes into Australian.
He has his own version.
You know, what are you going to do?
Can we put Faker behind us on the green screen? We do not control what goes on.
What do you mean? There's a button right there that
and
says put Faker on the green screen, right? Don't lie to him.
It's also not a green screen. It's
real.
It's real. That's why I can do this.
Yeah.
Whoa!
He put his hand into the wave. That's what happened. Wolf has no hands.
So yeah,
I want Chronicler to just cast only in Dutch tomorrow.
I would like everyone to follow the Twitch stream. And if you're that type of person, subscribe on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm. Make sure to
And
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Hit the bell.
My hand's
for
fine, don't worry.
notifications. That's AI bell or hand. On that note, anyway, we are done here on the cast. Thank you.
The bell is ringing in the other room. Valdez is losing it.
Okay, we're done, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you at the LCK. Make sure to watch Challengers tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.